What's up, people? Hello.
God, these are way too powerful.
What? What's powerful?
Whoa.
Oh, fuck, I forgot to grab my painkillers. I'll be fine. The headache will go away on its own, probably. That's how headaches work, right? Is they just go away?
You have a headache?
I think
You
they just
have
stop.
a headache and you're like, that'll go
What
away.
if I drink more coffee? I'll be fine.
No, I actually highly recommend not coffee. Oh my God, none of these are working.
Okay, give me a second here. Give me a second here. I think I found the right button. Perfect. Everybody, welcome. It's Berserk time. There's like nobody here. Whoops, we took too long off of Berserk and now no one remembers that we do this. It's gonna be fun.
I forgot my book. I'm probably gonna need that. Do you think I'll need my book? Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you. I never need the book. I never have the book open. I mean, that's actually not true. I explicitly have it open for
you
like
big
visual
weirdo.
reference. But it's only for
You know
visual
what?
reference
I'm
because I do
getting-
a drawing. NX Love, you read the chapters quick? Hell yeah. Guys, I'm excited. This is a cool part. Mama's not excited, but she thinks Berserk is too dark and whatever, and it makes her sad. So Mama's never excited. Oh, right, I need to do thumbnail face. Ready?
What is going on? That is no. Can I tell you what face I want to see for
Sure,
this
do it.
thumbnail?
Do it. What's up?
Can you give a face of like, oh my God, that's repulsive?
Nah, this part's fine.
Yeah, that one was good. That was a good
This-
face. Even
This
more
felt like the
repulsive.
least disturbed I've been by Berserk in a while, honestly.
What are you talking about? There was a field of corpses
Oh, that's nothing
that turned
new.
into monsters.
Whatever.
There was a picture. There was a picture of a spike up inside of a woman in the torture chamber.
What is this? Rookie hour? I mean, actually, the torture room was pretty fucked up.
Are
I'll
you-
admit,
Are you shitting me?
some of the woman hanging by the clamp on her breast actually made me feel so revolted. That was the worst one. Like, that was so specific and visceral and made me feel horrible to look at.
Thing made me feel horrible to look at. I kept being like, is he doing okay, let me put it this way.
Yeah.
I read it late and your father came up to me and handed me 2 delicious what are they called? The muffins that aren't muffins.
Which I'm gonna switch live.
What?
I gotta switch so that the drawing's visible now. You continue with the muffins.
English muffins. Your
Yeah.
father handed me 2 delicious English muffins with peanut butter on them. And I was like, I can do this. I can eat while reading Berserk. And then I took a bite and then we went into the torture chamber and I was like, bleh. And so then I put the English muffins aside and was like, sorry, English muffins, you're going to have to wait until I can eat again. And then we got into a part where people were just fighting and I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't care about these people. And I took a bite, turned the page, and there we were in a field of corpses. And I was like, yeah, my bad. I'm not eating today. There we go. I'm pretty hungry now because I can't eat yet.
That's funny. I read it last night and I like this part. This part had some of my favorite characterization in a while. I think it's interesting that we're still in the story's not really about guts part. Where the characterization and the interest is coming from other people. I thought the characterization and writing in this section were so goddamn good. And the art was, I mean, like, it sucks that the standard of Berserk art is so high that this could look as good as it was, and I was still like, there was very little visual here that made me go, that's amazing. And I think as much as, like, we'll get into the cool thematics of it, of, like, thematically and storytelling-wise, yes, it's cool and evocative to have this, like, manifestation of pure hatred as the enemy, but the fact that the manifestation of pure hatred's design is, like, face slime, I don't know, man. It's I think this was one of my less favorite little monster designs, which I guess is made up for by the fact that, like, the angel pseudo apostles are pretty cool, and, like, I like Egg.
Let's be so for real. They were hilarious. And every time they make round monsters with big eyes and big open mouths, I'm just like, honestly, if you made that fuzzy, that'd be friend. So
Yeah.
if you want to scare me, don't make it friend shape.
Egg I found fun. Egg I like. I like Egg. Egg is the best part of this section. That's not true. I don't know what the best part is because I I felt like our regular ass people, like our normal people in this section. For anyone who doesn't remember, we left off with Casca being, you'll never believe this, kidnapped. The Knights of the Holy Iron Chains of Holy Metals, Holy Blade, Knights Angels, and Torture Squad kidnapped Casca. Um, I did hear that the
I just
Bayolet Luca moment felt like forced exposition for people. I love Egg with Luca.
whatever. Here's the other thing I kept thinking to myself. Self, obviously all the hatred they're talking about is not just the energy of people, because energy of people feels like it's a thing that escapes out and is or eaten up by the thing, the evil dude. But having the worshipy cross bullshit thing in the field where all the bodies are laid out
Mhm.
feels like it is the blood and pain of their deaths and their retribution for being falsely accused. It is the thing that seeps into the ground and is eaten by Big Crossboy and then feeds things shaped like friend. And
Okay.
I was I was just like, yeah, okay. If you had then made the thing that comes out of the ground, if once it fed off of everything, the thing that came out of the ground was shaped like not friend
Uh-huh.
or somehow different, then I think it would have had a bigger impact. But also Egg Boy he I just the voice I used for him was the same one I used from Gollum. It just felt like a kind of like a Gollum rehash, like a Gollum flip over,
For what it's
sunny
worth,
side
when this was
down.
written, I don't think there was a Lord of the Rings movie yet. Like, that was a couple years off, right? Oh, this was actually pretty
But
far in Berserk.
Gollum
We're almost halfway through.
existed.
Yeah, but like,
Be so
Gollum
for
had less
real.
cultural impact pre-movie, but also I'm realizing this was a ways in. It probably did exist. We're nearly
Yes.
halfway through the Mura run, so like,
And honestly, the egg just felt like he was running around sunny side down, being like, what is it called when it's sunny side down?
what?
Over
I
easy. He
what?
was running around over easy, being like, I am built off of the hatred of others. And I was like, yeah, I get it. Also, I just want to tell you, your legs aren't scary and they're kind of silly and snappable. Surya had to live under some corpses for a while. You're silly.
The egg was just a goofy little guy. I think the idea of a Behelit that becomes its own monster without needing like a human vessel is so cool, and it's a weird way to. This is how the only way I can think to put it. It's a weird way to esoterically raise the stakes, like a way to convey. There's two ways that they convey the idea that like actually three ways I think that they convey the way that they are shifting the scope to show us like what the veil between realms splintering looks like, right? One of them is Egg being its own guy, a Behelit absorbing all of the negative energy and this grave and this lament, and feeding off of it to become its own creature instead of just being this force that fuses with a what do they call them, apostles. It's not like everyone gets mad when you call them demons. They're like, they're apostles. Like, brother, they're
Demons.
they're demons.
Brother down? Those are demons.
Yeah. Unless this book also has something called demons that are not apostles, unless that also starts to happen, I will
Can
insist.
you wait
Apostles just
can
the
you
word for
wait
demon.
for
What?
can you wait for 2 New Zealand pennies?
No.
Do you also call people brother down?
No.
I always do, brother down. Do you know why?
No.
Ugh, all right, we'll get into it later, but it's like
What?
it's from the it's from the same people who created Fashionable People.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't read that. Which is, yeah, that's my username in a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't
from the
read
same
that. I
people.
haven't listened
Anyways,
to that.
that's why I always say brother down.
Okay. Um, Yeah, the only thing that's supposed to be scary that a Bahelit can activate and an egg is a narrative tool that will hatch. Yeah. But like a Bahelit being its own thing, cool. Um, the second way we raise the stakes esoterically by showing how different this is by having there be a monster that is not an apostle, that is instead just like a force of darkness and maliciousness and suffering emerging on its own. Like something like the idea that the veil is so weathered that like this force of darkness can exist without needing to be hosted by an apostle. That's new. And then the third way we're esoterically raising the stakes is by seeing that we've only seen pseudo apostles be created by people who see themselves as like worshiping the devil, paganism, right? But we've already seen that the pagan beliefs and the fantasy Christian beliefs are effectively the same goddamn thing. They're worshiping the same power. But we do see that the perspective they have changes what the pseudo apostles look like by seeing our first version of an angelic pseudo apostle, which I think is really, really cool and highlights that people's perspective on what they think they're interacting with might shape what they turn into, which we have some reinforcement for because of the little girl who turned into something that looked like an elf, fairy, because she saw herself as making a deal to become that. She saw herself as making a deal with the magic of the world, not as making a deal with like a pagan devil god. So it does seem like how your apostle body is shaped is somehow affected by how you see your religious relationship. Does that make sense?
Yes, I like that. I also like the idea that I told you that attaches to it, that the people who were given wings are kind of the mirror image of the hand of God on earth, as opposed to like the devils. So it's like the angels are devils and the devils are devils. There is no angel.
Okay,
And
yeah.
they they are the hand. There's five of them, just like in the tradition of the hand of
I thought there was
God.
7. I thought there was
And
7 of them.
is there 7 baddies? I thought the other 2 were just like, the torturer, and he didn't even count. He's not. He's like a side
I
hustle.
don't know. The
I
torturer
like to
had
think of
grew. The
him as
torturer did grow wings. He got wings because I know because his little cap turned into
I
feather
thought only
antenna.
5 people got wings.
I
Ah,
think only 5
whatever.
got wings, though. I think you are right that only 5 got wings now that I'm
Yeah,
thinking about it. I think there was just
because I
7 dudes
counted
there.
5 having wings,
I
and I was
remember
like,
counting 5 guys. I just remember Guts saying 7.
"Oh, well, I thought 5 got wings," so I was like, "So they are the earthbound hand, and then the
Interesting.
devils are the soul-bound hands." Or I don't know, other realm bound hand. And so they're kind of like an extension of the hand from elsewhere. They can do the earthbound activities without those people having, or
You know,
devils having to show themselves.
you know what's so crazy? We could be having an entirely different conversation because apparently there's that chapter we skipped where he like explained and outlined with exposition how the fundamental like esotericism and otherworldliness and divinity works in his setting, and then went, fuck, I regret making that. Nobody read that anymore. And now fans listen to that and tell new people not to read it. So people on their initial reading of this, right? People on their initial reading of this knew all of this shit we're theorizing about.
Yeah.
And then there was like patch notes. Don't read this chapter.
It just, yeah. I think we should, though. I kind of feel like
I feel like we
it's
shouldn't.
bullshit we didn't.
Mira told us not
Whatever.
to.
You know what, Mira? You're not alive and you don't get to make choices for
Oh
me. You're not
God,
my
that's
dad.
so brutal.
Well, you know what? He's not my fucking dad. I'll do what I want. Oh, also,
Apparently the
I
chapter
will
is basically
also
the Berserk equivalent of revealing Emu after Alabasta. Interesting.
just I'll put this out there too. If my actual father told me not to read it, I also wouldn't listen to him.
So you don't
You
like
know who
him.
you are. You're not worth listening to. Am
Apparently people do
am I
regret reading it.
special? Am I
Uh-huh.
special today?
What?
Am I a special kid today? Yeah, I think I am. Um, the thing that I was thinking about that, especially when the building collapses and the powers that be
Mhm.
allow the building to collapse in the exact same shape as the hand
Yep.
of God,
While being
5 fingers in
surrounded
the
by,
exact same,
yep.
yes, in the exact same throne shape as the hand of God. I was like, obviously they are trying to create their version of earth trapped hand of God, and then they've created a throne in which to mirror it. But that was interesting to me because I felt like this whole thing should have been called like the mirror world, because um everything was inverted. Like Griffith's rebirth mirrors Christ's miraculous birth but inverted, and then the egg of the perfect world is like a priest altar kind of mediating like its divinity and humanity. The egg is both. And so I felt like everything was kind of like mirrored in this one, if you know what I mean. Like,
I don't know
and
if
the
I'm
egg,
catching what you're saying.
as we get through, I'll give examples.
Okay.
I don't think I should go on a 10-minute mirror world thing. Like I thought about
Mirror
it as I was
world.
talking. But I just want to get into the egg because I think the egg is kind of the hinge on this mirror world idea I have, because you've got the five angel wing dudes, and then you've got the five members who are um devil demon dudes, and so they're mirrored to each other and they have white wings. And the fact that they made them white wings, for me, I love that he made that choice, because he didn't say like, oh, they're in black wings, so they're baddies. Sorry, Black, you really get a bad rap and everybody wears you. So if it makes you feel better, we're all wearing and using you. We just say you're bad. Anyways, so they were all in white wings, which is supposed to show a purity and a divinity in a different way. And yet they are just as shitty. They're just physically shitty on a one-to-one basis, where they have to collect each person that they hurt individually. Whereas the hand of God in the other dimension can like tackle a bunch of issues at once, including corrupting people who can take people on one by one so that they can prolong the suffering of others. And it just made me realize like how many mirrorings there are. But I wanted to get into the egg because for me, the egg of the perfect world has the role of like both a priest and an altar, because it has power, but you pray to it. And it kind of is the balance point between divine, like the God hand, and humanity, because it talks about how it was created through these human methods and how they put corpses on it, and it was through this hatred and continuous abuse of humanity that it became what it is. So it's both a divine and a human moment in the egg. And I
Hmm.
think that that's why I enjoyed the egg character. That, and I'm not gonna lie, the egg didn't scare me enough. So I honestly was thinking, like, if I was sitting in my office and the egg just had like a little bed over in the corner and that's where it slept, and I could bring a psychiatrist in here every once in a while and get it some therapy, it'd be a little friend.
I love the
It'd be,
egg. I fucking adore the egg moment. I loved Luca being so overwhelmed, being like, why am I here? And it's like, well, I got stabbed real good. I'm about to die, and I don't want no one to know my story. So, really, like,
he's
yep.
not dead. And I really
He got turned
also,
into a
I
little
hate it
egg,
when
and
things,
Skull Knight ate him. He went, "Arr."
yeah, I saw that. That was nice. Skull Knight really, Skull Daddy loves himself an egg, but I wanted Skull Daddy to eat the egg when he was bigger. I wanted a real
What?
bite.
I,
Well, just okay,
what?
hear me out on this. Hear me out on this. Um, you know how Skull Daddy just like he just mouths himself down some small eggs, and it's kind of just like taking a big vitamin pill for him? Not even. I don't know what's in his throat. Does he throat? I don't know. But I was thinking I have to see things like spears up the center of a woman in a torture chamber, and I have to see bodies of dead fields of dead people, and I keep seeing all these innocent people being hurt and beat up and eaten. I just
Oh,
wanted Skull Daddy to be
wait. He
like,
didn't
that
eat
was a
the
nice.
apostle. He ate the behelit that turned him into egg. I thought that apostle was like a behelit that on its own
No,
became a
okay,
thing.
I was right then,
Like
because
I
he
thought
said
that
he wasn't ready to die. I'm not
I
dead yet, is
misunderstood
what he
then.
said.
I thought he was
He said,
gone. I thought he
he
was a
said, I'm
goner.
not
My
dead yet.
bad. My bad. Wait, I thought
Anyways,
that egg was a behelit because he looked like one. Oh man. So that's just
I
an egg-shaped
wanted him.
apostle. I take
No,
back
it was
some of
a
what I've
that's
said.
stunning. This is how I saw it, but he was an egg-shaped I wanted him to pick up the egg and be like, "This is a great story, but I'm
We
an
cut off an
egg
awkward point.
eater.
Okay. So
I'm an
sorry,
egg
you're
eater."
an
And there,
egg. I eat eggs.
exactly. Then he picks him up and he just bites him in half. And finally, I get to see something that I think is evil and bad get owied. And that would have made me feel
You get to
really, really
see
good
evil
if he
bad things
did
get
just
owied constantly.
not really. No, not in the way that
Yes,
I get to see, like, the quote unquote "innocent" get batted on. I need to see more evil bad people get more owied.
I think that
Like,
happens a
I
lot.
wanna see
Guts cut through like
I wanna
7
see what's
evil angels,
inside
well,
that egg.
5, well, 4.
I wanna see what's inside the egg. That's what I wanna see.
I'm
Show
so
me the
confused.
inside of that egg. I want him to dip his toast fingers into that
Oh
egg.
my god. For anyone who doesn't know, toast fingers, she's referring to toast cut into strips, not assuming Skull Knight has fingers made of toast.
That'd be funny though. If he was like, "This is worth eating my toast fingers for."
So
Ah!
I realized the funniest thing while we were reading this, right? Like
Go ahead.
less than 48 hours ago, probably like 36 hours ago, Luca did not know magic existed.
Yes.
Luca's life since then has been one of her little underlings gets brainwashed and kidnapped by, or not kidnapped, but brainwashed and then kidnaps a boy into the
The weakest,
demon orgy
weakest
cult.
underling ever.
Yeah. I mean, let's be real. Yeah, Nina is not a team player. Nina's not the strongest of us. So yeah, Nina.
But if you took my nail off, I think I might squeal too.
Hey, did you know that a lot of studies have shown that torture usually only gets false information because people who actually have something to hide don't give into it, but people who don't will just lie to get the torture to stop?
Yeah, Nina chose to be a cultist.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, okay. She was a cultist before. I
You give
mean,
her so much credit. I hate that bitch. Like, you credit Nina with so much, and,
no,
for
I
me, I'm just
all I
like, "Look,
credit Nina
Nina."
with is I like that. We'll get into this a bit more. We'll get into this a bit more later. Anyways, she gets abducted. She's in the cult. Luca finds that there's demons there. Holy shit, holy shit. When they end up back there, there's fucking demons everywhere. There's a giant goat man. There's metal armed man with a giant sword. There's a fucking elf. Everybody starts turning into monsters. Casca does magic. Casca gets kidnapped. She goes to the tower, right? Giant blob monster from hell. It explodes. There's an egg spider. Everyone turns into angels and grows wings. The tower falls apart. She falls to her seeming death. A man with skeleton armor flies up on a horse and rides his horse vertically down a tower with her. She's in a field of bodies. Egg monster kidnaps her, tells her that it is a creature that will hatch the new world, and then she comes up to watch more blob monsters eat the tower. Like very, very recently, well, I'll put a note about the puck. Very, very recently, Luca didn't think magic was real, and that has been her life since discovering that. I feel like most Berserk characters find out magic's real and either immediately die or like get a chance to chill and sit with it for a while, and Luca has instead been shown more and more insane shit over and over again.
This is Luca to me. That's
Uh-huh.
her. She's the baddie. She's what I wish Casca was, but really Casca's like, "I had some bad events happen, and I'm just gonna walk around with my mouth open."
I feel like bad events is a light way to put what happened to her.
Okay, but are you saying that Griffith hasn't had, or
You mean
not
guts, but
Griffith,
yeah,
ugh,
yeah.
who cares about Griffith? Guts hasn't had bad events?
I mean, he's also traumatized. He's just like coping with it differently.
But this
Again, Scarlet, why? Why are you doing this with
exactly,
the soundboard?
because
Why do
that's
we
how I
even
feel
have?
about it for
Why do
Guts.
we even have that one?
Get over, I love it. Um,
What?
what's happening to the chat?
I don't know. Paladin just did something. I don't know. All right.
Alright.
It's not a sound
Rest in
alert.
peace, room. The reason that I do the sound alert on that one is that's what Guts did. He walked into the
Huh.
room, bad things happen, and then he's like, "Again! Why?" And then he goes, "Okay, let's get going. I'm gonna take out my big sword." Okay, do you know what one of my very favorite parts of this one was? I forgot what one of my
Okay.
favorite parts was.
Hit me up.
It was him using his cannon.
It was pretty cool.
on his arm.
Yeah.
Oh, don't
I
yeah me.
no.
Up until this point,
I was
we
zoomed
got
in.
to
I was
see the
zoomed
great
in.
cannon use.
We've seen the cannon used a
I
couple
just
times, just not to such cool effect.
not like this. He literally blew a man in half. Oh, it was
He
so
shot his
good.
guts out and used the momentum from that plus getting hit to move fast enough that the
Yes,
angels couldn't dodge. It was really fucking sick. It was
exactly. That
really
was
goddamn
so
sick.
delightful. This is what I'm looking for. So let me
Wait,
just put this out
what do you
there.
mean killed chat? Oh, you hit the wrong button? Okay.
Um, up
I
until now, it's been like we see baddies go through a couple of things every once in a while and maybe
yeah.
get dragged into hell or whatever. But when I get to see one of these apostle angely earthbound dudes literally get taken in half by guts, that is very different. I feel like it's like somebody said it. Everybody else gets trauma, 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 and the baddies don't get that same level of punishment and suffering. And I
Yeah,
feel
because they're
like the goodies
dead.
in this one. Yes, but no, I'm talking about like the bad guys. Whenever we're fighting, I feel like the bad guys don't suffer. And the cutting in half moment, oh, it was so suffering. I just loved it.
Fucking wild.
I was like, deal with watching your guts spill out. Oh, you're in half now, but you still can
I
look at yourself.
I love how the albino plague doctor goes from "you fought well, but admitted black swordsman, all is lost" to guts in like one move kills the other three guys, and he just goes, "Well, fuck me, I guess. Shit.
I'm
Fuck.
dying.
I guess I lost. Fuck, man. I
Yeah.
thought we had that."
I just think that if I'm gonna have to watch the goodies be tortured and suffer, that I need to be thrown some bones of the baddies being tortured and suffering.
Look, you are right that Slug Dad got tortured, but we've already admitted that Slug Dad is one of the better dads.
Go and it put him in a realm like Slug Dad thinks that the suffering was worth it because he got in our list of best dad. Like he's bragging about that all the time.
He got to save his traumatized daughter.
Yes.
The
And
king
now he gets
was
to walk
literally
around
cucked
being
to
like,
death, but she wants more over the top suffering. That is true.
care about that king? That's not suffering. He should have way worse suffering than that.
Also, let's. I was gonna say there's way worse characters than the king, which isn't a lie, but I don't want to say that about a man who did what he did. So even though it's true, I'm not gonna actually say it.
Barely suffered for what he did. You want to show suffering? Let's have his pee-pee fall off 1 millimeter at a time over 4 years. Like, do
You,
something fun.
you're. This is insane. All right.
Let me be in charge of his suffering. I have things. Why am I
Okay.
not being asked?
I I wanna say something that I thought. Where the fuck are we? We are bouncing around. I want to say something that I thought while reading that I brought up to you on the phone. Right? We've had
Never.
a ton of torturers in Berserk. This was the best torturer. This was the most fun torturer for sure.
He did the best torturing job, but more importantly, he really brought the comedy.
Most of our torturers aren't funny. This guy was fucking hilarious. I cannot get over how funny it is to be like, "We will be taking you next. Yes, we've tortured everyone else. It has to be one of you too." And then he stops and he's like, "Really? Like in my career, I have not seen a lot of people see their friend get taken and not be like, 'No, take me. Don't take. You didn't do anything. You're just relieved. Fuck you. I'm taking you. You
I'm
deserve
taking
this.
you. You're the one. You know what?
You
You're the one
suck.'"
and the two.
And then
And
and then
then make fun of her on the other end and be like, enjoy the one night of your life you bought yourself by breaking, by not even having a nail taken off.
you are the weakest bitch in the world. Like, you even admitted your friends, so you sold out your actual friend? What's wrong with you? And then she's like, "I'm sorry," and he's like, "Stop apologizing, it's sad." Like, I love how much Nina killed the mood by being that fragile. Like, fucking hell, dude. What?
I really thought we were going to get to watch something too. So it was super funny because I was like, oh, they're going to take her in there and we're going to see some stuff. And it's going to be pretty brutal. And then instead you're walking back already. And I'm like, why are we already coming back? And he's like, and she whined for longer than she was tortured. Like, I had to read 3 pages of her having a nervous breakdown about her own character. And, like, granted, you should feel bad because you suck. But
You
honestly,
sold
3
out
pages of
you
you.
sold out a mentally handicapped woman so fast.
Yes. And blamed
Look,
her because you
Quill,
were like,
Quill tip
I
to
can't
be,
take
you are right. She's
responsibility.
so normal, she's regular, she responds like a real scared, traumatized person, but fucking, like, you have to admit that you have not proven yourself to be strong of character when the torturer is like, man, I have not seen someone sell out a friend that quickly.
I think Nina sucks. Like, I like that people love her and I'm happy for Nina, but I think it's just because everyone in this story sucks so bad. They're like, I guess I'll cheer for Nina.
I don't think everybody
I
sucks
just
about it.
want to
I
remind.
think we get so many likable characters in this section. We get
Ugh, I
Isidore,
just want to
we get
remind everyone that if
Serpico.
you want to give somebody your love, we always have Luca, and Luca deserves like all of your love. She is the song by Led Zeppelin, All of Your Love. You should lean into that love.
I will say, I love the girl failure archetype, and it still doesn't work for me with Nina, and I cannot explain why. Maybe it's the perm.
Yeah, I'm not. She doesn't have a perm. She has curly hair. Are
Got a
you an
perm.
anti curly hair person with
Is a
curly hair?
perm. I think it's the perm.
I actually I actually have, like, if I let it happen, I have curly hair, and many people in my family have curly hair, and I was looking at her and I was like, "I hate your stupid hair." And then I was like, "That's kinda hilarious given 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 your genetics."
Look,
It's pretty
look,
funny.
it's the perm.
Um,
It's not just that her hair's curly, it's how she wears it. I don't know. Something about Nina doesn't work for me. I love
something
girl
about her.
failure characters, and maybe it's just like, here's the thing. Berserk does have a
I hate
tendency
them.
to regularly give us characters who are in the wrong genre story, and Nina is one of them. She's meant to be like an
I was just gonna
embarrassing
say,
cashier at a coffee shop in a slice of life manga, and yet she's here.
yes. I was gonna say to Atoria that the problem with me
Artorias.
not feeling too bad, or Artorias, is that, um, yeah, sh Nina hasn't known frickin' Casca very long, and Casca has not been a great conversationalist, and so she's supposed to just be like, "Oh, let me save Casca." I mean, probably no. You barely know Casca. You're probably gonna save yourself first, and they call each other friends, but what has Casca been there, like,
Yeah,
3
Casca has
weeks?
been the mentally disabled woman
Hello,
mumbling
aesthetic.
around as like Luca's like responsibility, basically at this point.
Yeah, she's been there, like, for a hot minute, and Nina is like, "I why am I helping this bitch out? She doesn't talk.
See,
She's nothing to
I
me."
I would honestly respect Nina more if that was the thought process we got though. Because
That's what I wanted her to be like.
the thought process we get is not, look, I don't really know who she is. She can't even talk. It's, oh,
Yeah,
I should be protecting her. That's what Luca would want.
yeah.
That's what would make me a good person. But I'm not gonna. You know?
So what it is we're trying to see, and this is the mirroring I was talking about. This was another example, so I'll give it here.
Okay.
Um, she is trying to mirror Luca and fails. She's trying to be the Luca that she sees and seeks in the world. And so she's like, "What would Luca do?" And then she's like Luca's mirror opposite. So she creates the foil and she's like, "I have to save this chick who can't speak for herself." Okay, well, they pulled at the edge of my nail and that really hurt. So we're done now. So she's like literally Luca's mirror opposite. And then that's what I kept noticing in this arc is that we have mirror opposites the whole way through.
Dude,
Um,
I need to say though, I really think this section has some of the best character writing in all of Berserk so far because of how much it dives into the normal people in this crazy shit going on. And I think that's so important. I'm realizing here because what you're talking about. This is a mirror of the eclipse. The eclipse was this surreal supernatural. This is an
That's what I'm
artificial
saying.
recreation of the eclipse in the real
Yes.
world, and that hits so much harder by having characters like Isidore, Jerome, Nina, Luca, who are regular fucking people. Yes, we have people who aren't normal people as far as how they're written. I don't think Farnese and Serpico, and especially Guts and Mozgus, none of them are normal people, but like so many of the people here feel like just guys, you know?
Yes. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it was supposed to be a mirror world because we are looking at the earthbound eclipse. And so before we took heroes of war who had been in a group together for a long time, even though they were people, they weren't regular people.
Yeah.
Whereas these
Well,
are just dudes.
the same way I don't think Farnese and Serpico are regular people because of their status and position and proclivities, right? Like those aren't the normal people here. Jerome is a guy. Like
Jerome's a
that's just
dude.
a dude. Even though he's a knight, just a guy.
I'm really happy with Jerome.
Jerome is great. I didn't expect to like Jerome as much, but like he's actually been really great.
I have liking Jerome on my dance card.
I'm even thinking about like how Jerome has been since we first known him, introduced to him as like one of the best paying customers for Luca. And it's not like he was characterized to be bad. He was just a guy who bought a prostitute and fell in love with her, giving her way too much money. Like, he just came across as like, that could be, oh, I'm showing off, look how cool I am. Or it could be trying to be that way and genuinely falling for this woman that he shouldn't. And more, that is what was happening, right? Like, that was him kind of being a little embarrassing more than it was him being like, yeah, look how cool I am.
As him trying to create some normalcy, like, he knew he had to give Luca money and she needed money for sex because the money is how they live. He's not going to be like, oh, can we have a relationship? I'm totally going to support you here. That's not happening. So instead, he's kind of like, the more I see her, the less she has to be with other people. And the more normalcy I have in my own life because it almost feels like she's a partner and we can have conversations. Like he really enjoyed the bed chat too,
Yeah.
right? Like the laying with each other and the talking. And so it almost felt like he was trying to create normalcy, like almost like a real relationship in extraordinary circumstances.
I I've never heard normalcy pronounced with an extra syllable, and when I'm thinking about it, I think that is linguistically the way that would make more sense in English to make it, but I still think you have added a syllable for fun there.
No, it's normalcy. You can just bite me on that.
Okay.
I've had conversations. It's not that I don't know that people say it
No,
the
no, no.
other way.
I
I just
wasn't
think the other
figuring
way
you didn't
sounds
know. I was figuring it
yeah,
was a conscious choice.
yeah.
It's not like a
I just think
name
the
where I'm
other
correcting you because I think you
I
didn't
think the other
read it
way
right like we do
sounds
to each other.
um the other way gives me the ick, and so I never say it that way because it gives me the ick.
I
Like
like normalcy.
legitimately gives me the ick. Ugh.
No, no, no. Here's the thing. Here's the
No.
thing. Artorias, what I mean by just a guy is think about how characters who feel like they are fit for this melodrama are reacting to everything. Moe's Guts is like, yes, we have been chosen for the great era. Guts is like, I must save Casca. Casca's in her own dimension. Farnese is like, this can't be real. Oh, it can't be happening. To think these demons that plagued me were real. Serpico's like, I have my duty and must protect Farnese, and also I love her. These are characters fit for the melodrama. Whereas Jerome is like, this is fucking crazy, right? I didn't think I'd be here. Holy shit, that guy's got a cannon for an arm? Whoa, look how cool this is. And then you have Luca being like, giving her life and then being like, yeah, you know, like, I didn't think I'd die. I thought maybe I'd catch my legs and only break my legs and then I could live. And like, but now I'm freaking
I
out and
love
shaking
Luca
and holy
being
shit.
like just a person in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it.
It was so good.
Can
And
I say
yeah.
oh, sorry. Go ahead. Finish your
No,
thought because I
I
have
was
a
just gonna
different
say, and
direction.
that's how I feel like Jerome and Nina and even the fucking torturer are. I feel like we have so many people here that are feeling like they are absolutely out of place for the melodrama they have found themselves in and are just people. Like their vibe is
Yeah.
they are people who are in this and shouldn't be. Like, Jerome being just a guy isn't derogatory. Luca is my favorite character in this section. Spoilers. And I think she's just a guy. Like, she is just a dude hanging out doing her best. That's how she comes across. That's not derogatory. That's to say there is a different vibe between people who feel like they fit the melodrama they're in, whether it's the way they're being overwhelmed or the way they're rolling with it. Or the people who feel like they're just normal people swept up in this, whether they're managing to roll with it or not. You say trans man, just a guy is a genderless term. That is a term to mean this is just a person off the streets. This is a person, the way they're reacting is you pick them up with a little claw machine randomly.
I was thinking about this whole thing that okay, I think we're in the apocalypse in the book of Revelations in the Bible.
Okay.
And so I think the birth ceremony is kind of like the unleashing of the new age, which that's just really an echo or a mirror of Revelation and the vision of apocalypse, which made me start to wonder if we've got horse daddy, if we got skull daddy, so we've got like one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. And I keep wondering, like, are we going to get more? Are we going to get more horsemen? Is more going to come out? Is he the first? Because death is usually the first.
Because the God Hand is 5 dudes, so it can't be them.
Yeah. So it's not them. And the swarm of demons and the apostles are like the beasts and plagues of Revelations, like ushering in world order. So I started to wonder, are we going to get more Skull Daddy? I mean, they might not because they've made Skull Daddy such a specific thing.
Hear me out.
I'd love it.
Hear me out. There's a couple apostles or apostle-like creatures like Skullman who seem like they act somewhat independently, right?
Yeah.
Is Zod war if Skull Knight is death?
Me?
Wait.
You know
if
what,
this
Drawk?
is the eclipse mimicked on Earth, would Luca and Jerome be the just a guy versions of Casca and Guts? Kinda? Guts did need to be saved in the initial eclipse.
Damn. Kinda.
Huh.
Which is weird because Casca and Guts are there.
But also it's weird because Farnese is... No, it would probably be Serpico and Farnese then, because Farnese and Serpico are more tied in with Mosgus, who seems to be like
They're also
the
having
earthly
the biggest
eclipse version of Griffith.
They're also having the biggest changes in their personalities. But can we get back first to that whole thing you said about the god of the horseman of war? Like, does he have to come on a horse to be one of the 4 horsemen?
He's got hooves. Ain't that enough?
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. Like, he's already a hoofed beast. So does that make him a horseman? He's a horse who's a man?
I don't feel like it would be so direct as we need to have Horsemen of the Apocalypse. I think we can evoke it less literally, because like a lot of the Christian symbolism is like very not one-to-one. Like our version of a church looks
Obviously
equally like a staff of Hermes as it does, or sorry, of a cross, looks equally like a staff of Hermes as it does a cross. So like, yeah.
I wonder if Oda's egg from the pirate ship is going to be anywhere as crazy as this egg.
I have been expecting you to bring up the egg on Roger's ship this whole time.
Okay, well, just hear me out. Oda read Berserk.
Seemingly.
And, God Island is got the same praying hands, and then dude's whole thing falls apart and becomes the throne, the hand throne. So like, it just feels like, if the egg is going to also be ushering in a new age.
Or like ushering in a new egg. That doesn't count. Everyone has read Berserk. Oh my god.
Thank you, Radomancer. Yeah, but everyone has read Berserk, but not everyone has an infamous manga.
I feel as though using Berserk to theorize about One Piece will get us nowhere. However, if Roger's egg turns into a little guy who births the new world, I'll fucking apologize, man.
I think the egg might birth a new world.
You do you.
I really do think so. I'm not one for wanting it at all. I'm just saying, like, why not?
I guess the why not is like why, but Oda did steal the idea of Gear 5 from Berserk. Oops, spoilers, my
Hear
bad.
that?
That can't, no, that can't be. You are joking right now? There's no way there's any power of joy in Berserk. We are being lied to. We are being misled intentionally.
I'm gonna read the chapter of non-reading.
The egg is definitely something. You don't know if it's a world-shifting omelet. Someone says their hot take is Roger's egg won't do anything. I think it'd be so funny if that egg never gets explained. I hope One Piece ends and they never explain why Roger had a giant egg on his boat.
No, I'd be so pissed.
Like, if there's any mystery I could choose to go unsolved, that would be it.
No, I'd be so pissed. I'd be like, come the actual donkey on.
Or Luffy's mom,
No.
because those are the two things people theorize about constantly, so I want neither of them to be explained.
You're Luffy's mom.
Oh, really? Okay, we should get back to Berserk.
Mhm.
Dude, I love all of the characterization in this section. Also, something we talked about on the phone that we should bring up. Did you expect there to be the hints of a Farnese redemption arc ever?
No, that was surprising.
I thought we were going to see a corruption arc deepening and deepening. We might still get there. Here's why I'm hoping we still get a corruption arc. We now have seen that the pseudo-apostles who see themselves as worshiping the church become angels. And with her cool hairstyle getting feathered up and her cool looking armor, she would make the sickest looking pseudo-apostle angel harpy ever. Like, it would look so fucking rad. So I hope she, like, has the corruption sink in and goes angel mode.
I think the thing I liked about the angels, I hate the thing about the angels. I just want to say that right away.
Okay.
But I think the thing I like about the angels is they suck so much, right?
Yep.
And yet they were just rewarded in their view by their god for everything that they've been doing here, which is a reminder that oftentimes we think we are on a righteous path and that we are being given rewards and clues that we are taking the right path when we don't even ask what is rewarding us or who is rewarding us. We just assume it's correct because we believe in it. And instead, they are being rewarded by fucking demons of hell who are legitimately wanting them to continue to be this terrible. So it starts to make you, to me, it mirrors the apocalypse perfectly because it looks at Revelation and says that the reason that people fall and that there's an end of world is because people follow a false god that leads them into hell because that god is the devil. Treating people on earth as if it is God. And so it mirrors it perfectly because then they get white purity wings and are turned into angels on earth. And they're being told, like, great plan, continue to torture people and don't care about pain or hunger or anything. You are perfect. And you are perfect in the eyes of God. And here is your reward for that. And I was like, I hate it, but I love it. Love it because their angel wings are actually going to convince other people, oh, they are right. And this is the right and true path and make more of the world more terrible quickly.
I mean, that is true. I think in general, like, it's one of the things that I dislike most about religion as a structure, because I think while religion as a personal relationship you have with spirituality has no inherent flaws, I think so often the mindset, and some religious institutions are built for this, but so often the mindset people have is, well, God is good, I worship God, I am good. And I have genuinely seen, apparently there's been studies where over 50% of people in the United States have what's considered to be the child level view of morality, where morality is just about consequence, where something is bad because you get punished for it. And I think that worldview pairs so dangerously with the idea of, like, I am good if I'm on the good guy side and I worship this god. And yeah, I think that the angels work well for that. And you're right that, like, that would be very persuasive to have actual angels. If Mozgus has fucking angel wings, he does look blessed and can demand anything of people. I think you are right about that.
If Trump suddenly grew angel wings, people would be like, well, maybe you're all wrong because look, Trump's an angel now.
I gotta admit, it'd be a more persuasive argument than he's been on tariffs. I think the argument of
I
Trump
agree.
has angel wings and a halo, I'd be like, fuck. Maybe God's got
And
bad
so there's
opinions, but like,
and so there's no consideration when that happens that maybe you got the angel part wrong. Maybe in actuality, um, we don't know what good looks like because we're flawed and filled with hatred.
um, now, so I want to address some things from chat. Someone said Farnese can see Puck now. That doesn't feel to me like it's a leaning towards she's gonna apostolize. It could be, but we also see random guards can see Puck now half of the time. I think the veil is just becoming so
Yeah,
ripped apart
that
by this event that
I
Puck
think
is
we're
becoming
supposed to be
visible where he
noticing
shouldn't
that
be.
the veil is thinning.
Yeah. So like that's not a statement about Farnese that she can see Puck now. Now, someone else said that I just want her tits to be out like the other angels. You forget that the Plague Doctor Albino still had his shirt on. That's not a guarantee. And frankly, her armor looks so sick that I think her angel design would look way less cool if her tits were out. I'm
There
in
we
this
go.
for cool monster design. And between like, oh, you think the opposite, that it's leaning her away from being an apostle because she believes in magic or whatever. I don't know. The bad guys, the apostles can also see Puck. Like, I don't think being a good guy makes you see Puck. I think being on the other side of the veil
I
makes
think
you
that
see Puck.
having the 5 earthbound
Hmm.
quote unquote angels next to the apostles hand of God is actually the thing that is thinning the veil, and because we now have eclipse happening on Earth,
It
earthbound
could,
eclipse,
it
that
could be a
the
plus for her.
veil is becoming more transparent, and that's why people can see them.
Yeah, that's what it feels like to me. Like this whole thing they've said is they're thinning the veil by recreating the eclipse in reality, by recreating its
Yep.
level of suffering and its structures.
Yep.
And like I think that's just making him visible. Um I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about this, right? Let me think. Hmm.
You're getting good at drawing Skull Daddy.
I'm working at it. Um I like that. I still love that he has a fucking like ship's helm figurehead on his goddamn horse. That is the silliest shit. I'm so fucking excited. I've actually really liked this arc. I think the character writing is great. I Farnese is not the presence I expected her to be at all. Um, like I thought we would have another warrior lady, but I honestly find like what she is, while a worse character than I was expecting, has been far more interesting than I was expecting. By worst
Agree.
character, I mean worst
I
person,
would
not like a
I would
badly
like to
written
see a
character, obviously.
redemption of Farnese because I would like to have another chick that I enjoy watching. Um, Also, into the world of Farnese, I want her redemption. Her redemption is going to have to come with pain for
Yes,
me.
absolutely. And not the type of pain she likes.
No, no, not her getting off on it. Pain.
Is
Her
it,
redemption is
did
going to have
you
to come with pain.
Did you feel at all like me, where you're watching tons of the interactions between her and Guts? Like, you're getting off to this, aren't you? Like, Guts sticking a knife in her mouth, and I'm like, this just looks like a scene from a dark romance book. She's enjoying this. Guts, stop doing this. And then you see, like,
Yeah,
l-
it icked me out
later,
when he put it in her mouth. Actually,
yeah, like if he did that to anyone else, I'd be like, yeah, way to go, Guts. Doing that to her, I'm like, stop turning her on. Stop it.
that,
And
I
then
was
later
actually in
on,
my head. I was like, ew, Farnese,
And then
gross.
and then later on there's the moment where like he gets hit by the wheel for the momentum to kill the guys, and like Jerome is like, that's so fucking cool. He got hit by the wheel for momentum. And Farnese is like, who would choose to get hit by that? And the tone I think that you would normally read that in is, what kind of person would choose to get hit by that? And instead I read it in my head as, kind of person would choose to get hit with that. And I just
Exactly.
like,
That
stop
is
looking at him
so
that way,
real.
Farnese. You stop this.
That is so real. She is gonna chuck herself on him again. I swear to God,
It
we're gonna
feels
get
that way.
a Farnese trying to get off on him, and him being like, "Ah, no, I'm in love with that idiot who walks around with a sex doll mouth."
Yeah, Raph's Revenge, you're
Yeah.
so right. It gives dark romance vibes from her perspective. There, like, yeah, She's a super sadomasochist. There's demon stuff happening. Her boss turned into evil angels, and a big, strong, aggressive man is here to help her if she goes along with him and is constantly threatening her with violence. Yes. Yes, like, absolutely, this is a dark romance novel from Furnace's perspective. That's where we're at, and Guts doesn't realize
You know
that
what
he's
would be so
basically
fun?
participating in foreplay.
I
I
would
forgot
love to
his
see
fucking
somebody
quiff.
who's into erotic cartooning steal that and actually make a whole just from Farnese's
No,
perspective
that
different
has
thing.
to exist already. There's no way. They gave a sadomasochist
I
kink girl. There's
I'm gonna
no
look for it,
world.
but it's got to exist. I want it to exist, even though I don't even want to read it. I just want it to. Oh, it exists. Shut. Oh, it has to. No, somebody has to have done it. But if they haven't, I want a whole
There's
three
fanfics
big
for
black
sure. It's
books.
whether or not there's a comic is the only question. Whether or not someone's done like a dojin is the only question. Because
No, I
there's
want it
got
to be a comic.
the fanfics isn't even
I
a
want a
question. There's
manga.
fanfics of everything. Dojin is like porn manga, basically.
That's what I want, and I only want it from her perspective.
Yeah.
The whole story where she finds out her kink, the way she looks at guts.
God damn it. It's so unsettling to see what should be serious scenes and keep thinking, God damn it, Farnese is getting off on this.
But honestly, I never ever want guts to give in to her. I want it to be like that's her torture.
Fucking hell. Um, so I that is true, Artorias. I want to talk about something that I found interesting that I think is really cool that we see here. So of all the human
Okay.
characters having an arc right now, I think there are 6. I said 5 earlier on the phone with you, but I realized there's 6 like human level characters you can watch an arc for right now. There's Farnese, Serpico, uh Luca, Jerome, Isidore, and Nina, right? So if you look at these
Yeah.
characters, Farnese's arc is about sexuality, repression, shame, duty, ethics. Serpico's is about the contrast of loyalty to contract, loyalty to love. Then you have Jerome, who is loyalty versus love. Then you have Luca, which is about loyalty to the people you've sworn yourself to and your word. Then you have Isidore, which is the attempt to manipulate loyalty and prove yourself. And then you have Nina, that is the struggle to live up to what you imagine loyalty should be, and self doubt and shame of lack of character. And here's what I love about this, right? Here's what I love about these arcs that says something really cool about Mura's writing. The only one of the characters, so there's 3 people who are about love or sex, right? 2 of them are a man,
Yeah.
1 of them is a woman. So often, women are only given arcs that are about sex and love. Also worth noting, this is in theory a battle, action, hardened manga. Of those characters we mentioned, only 3 of them are technically or 4 of them are technically combatants, but Farnese and Jerome have arcs that are entirely separate from fighting. Fighting is not part of their character arc. Serpico has his arc a little bit about fighting because he's about loyalty, and then and he's a knight. And then Isidore wants to learn how to fight, but like the character arcs are not that gendered. They are unique to the characters, yet they circle this core idea of what loyalty means and how far it should be pushed and where loyalty is valuable, etc. Like they all circle loyalty, but in their own unique perspectives, they aren't just gender skewed and they aren't all about fighting, despite the nature of this manga. And I think that speaks really highly of Mura as a mangaka, as an author, to have character arcs that feel this cohesive, that aren't relying on like the stereotypes of the characters and aren't just going along with the genre expectation.
Hmm. I do love that idea because it is one of the reasons that I like Farnese. I would say Farnese, did you put Awakening? No, you didn't put Awakening. I would also say for Farnese, I would put Awakening in hers because
I
she's
think that's
torn
true. Yeah.
between like the faith she clung to and the evidence of what is actually going aware. Like she's becoming actually genuinely self-aware for the first time.
Yeah.
And I'm just also thinking like Isadora, I would also say, like, he's got aspiration and courage.
Yeah.
Isadora is becoming one of my very favorite people in this, and you are right that that we're not just playing into the, like, what you normally see because, yeah, Casca has this innocent suffering, and the villagers are on their own arc as well. So I would say that it is interesting that he didn't just use the same old for everyone.
Yeah. But also
What do
just
you think
like,
about Azan?
um, who? Who? Oh, the bridge man?
Yeah,
He's barely here. He's just outside being like, good gods, what's happening?
I think Azan is going to become more important.
I love him as a
Mr.
character, just we
Mustache.
didn't get to see him. Isidro. Oh, I kept saying Isidore. It's Isidro. Well, I forgot his name because
Isidro.
it doesn't get said in this section. No
I
people
think
stop.
that we're going to see more of Azan, so I'm kind of interested in him as a subplot.
I I really like him as a character. I think he's a standout to me. I don't know. I love the
I think he's
characterization
going
in
to
this
be
section. It feels so strong.
um also with Nina. I think Nina's is really interesting because Nina is also coming to a self-awareness, and it's and an awakening and a rebirth. She is
She's just realizing she's not who she wants to be.
yeah, but I'm going to say it way meaner.
Okay, go for it. Say it
So
meaner. Frustrate the
I
fans
think
of Nina.
her awakening is like it's shame and selfishness and cowardice.
I mean,
And
shame is
then
honestly a huge like. While I think loyalty is the overwhelming theme, shame ties a lot of these arcs together.
oh, they tie almost everyone has shame, but the reason I think it's really important is because I think Farnese is she's an awakening, like I said, but she's also doubt because that's how her
Mhm.
awakening is coming, but she's also shame. And so I think that it's interesting to see Nina and Farnese's characters because I think that we're getting to see the difference of social standing because I think that that also makes it so that
I
Nina never got an opportunity to determine what she likes and where she would be in life and how she would be
will
a person. So she just finds herself in a situation and turns out she's not made for it. If she had been Farnese's character, she just would end up staying at home and getting married.
So Quill
Um,
Tipped Beak, I disagree. I don't think the only characters out shame are Isidro and Puck, because I think one of the things that unites two characters is despite not feeling like they're perfect, I don't think Luca or Jerome are motivated by shame. Like, Jerome kind of faces, well, I guess I'm a traitor now, with so much blasé because he's living up to his values of who he is.
his internal
Mm,
morality
yeah,
instead of external forces.
yeah. Dude, I love the characters in this section.
Luca Luca is exactly the opposite of Nina as well because like
Mhm.
I said all those things about Nina, but I think Luca is like okay, I would say moral courage because she's always trying to do the right thing. But it's also like you were talking about how she was so utterly human in her. I thought I could bounce off a couple things, blah blah blah. So I think she's kind of like a signpost for humanity, and then
Hmm.
compassion. So she's the
Also
exact
just
opposite
she's
of
also just so pragmatic where she's like, yeah, you could steal from each other, but supporting each other is the only way to make it through it. Even though it feels harder when times are tough, it is more important to have each other's back and support each other. Like she's so pragmatic in her values. I don't know. I love her. She's so good.
I will never argue. If if Nina has a fan, it's me. If she only has one fan, it's me. And if she has none, I'm dead.
So the egg
I mean Luca, because if
sandwich.
Nina has no fans, I'm not me.
I mean, there are Nina fans. They've been in our chat. I think you're collecting a series of characters for whom you are pissing off the fans of, right? Because we already have not Rickert. Who? Oh God, why
When
can't I
I
remember his
hate
name?
Nina, I meant to say Luca. If Luca has a fan, it's me.
Who's what's her name? You did it first.
You know what? I should never
Judo?
compared Farnese to Nina. It would be comparing her to Luca. That's what we're
Yeah.
supposed to be looking at.
I think you're supposed to
Like,
compare all of them to each other because, like, I think that's why there's so much look at shame, belief in the self, virtue, and loyalty here. Like, I think all of these characters can be compared to each other, right? Like,
yeah, but I was just thinking about who's each other's opposites,
mhm.
and I think Serpico and Nina are each other's opposites, not
Okay,
not
talk me through it,
Farnese.
and then I'm going to give you a character that I like to compare Nina to, and I think it's an interesting one.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think that Serpico has a quiet loyalty, and Serpico is known for self-sacrifice, and he will protect Farnese no matter what. And he's not showy in that loyalty because it's so built into who he is that it's an automatic. He could be tortured to the end of the earth. He wouldn't give up on Farnese. Um, and his quiet self-sacrifice is the thing that's always standing in front of Farnese, even if he doesn't necessarily agree. Like you could see that he was thinking, like, I don't know why I'm trying to stop that simple girl from getting away, but here I am. And
Mhm.
then Nina will automatically betray her companions, and she's driven by cowardice and selfishness. So I feel like one of them is devotion and one of them is betrayal and one of them is, I'm going to use steadfast, and then Nina's fickle.
So, someone just read Angel Baby Albino Plague Doctor Twink. Yeah, that's what he is. Um, I
Agree with Quill. Like I honestly agree that her reaction is way more like what would happen. Let's be honest. You bring somebody into the room for somebody they've only known for a week and a half, they're going to be like, "Yeah, no, don't take
look.
off my nail."
I think I would end up closer to Luca's reaction, not because I am saying I'm perfect, but because I have seen how I react to crisis, and I do maintain blunt glibness, just the way she does. I don't know
I
how
do
I'd
as
react to
well.
torture. I don't like
I do
pain.
as well. I just don't know how I would react to torture. I mean, I'd like to
Yeah.
think that I would continue with this. I got very blunt glib when someone tried to steal my car. My reaction was fight. So I like to think I would be, but I don't know. I don't know.
Torture's a unique beast, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I'd lie. I
Especially
think I'd
since
be
if
like,
a good torturer really knows how really knows how to tailor the torture to the person.
I think I'd be like, ow, 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 ow. Okay, okay, let me talk you through this, right? That corpse over there, she was the witch. And they'd be like, what? And I'd be like, yeah, that was the witch. That
You
one.
already got her. Good on you.
Yeah,
You
that
should
one.
all raise a glass to your
You
brilliance.
did it. You did such
All
a
done.
good job.
You guys did it. I believed in you.
Apparently, World War II French resistance would last an average of 2 fingernails before breaking. Great. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Ugh.
Um. Oh yeah. So
There's a
I
thing I
think
have to know now, aesthetic.
I see the comparison you're making between Serpico and Nina. I think, like, obviously they're not one to one. Like, there's places where you can't see the clean contrast, but I think that's the point.
Yeah.
I think we're just supposed to use these characters and how they react to these concepts
Yeah.
because they're all interacting with things like shame, their opinion of themselves, and loyalty. So the one I wanted to look at to compare two of them was Nina and Isidro. And the reason I like looking at those two is both of them are not who they want to be or who they think they should be. But Isidro has his fake it till you make it routine, but he's still like, hey, you should train me. He knows he's not Guts. He knows he's not like the strong guy who's gonna get it done. But he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do my best. But his doing his best is still not in this place of like selflessness. It's like, yeah, if I do my best, then he owes me and he has to teach me how to be the guy I want to be. So
Yes, it is a true story.
They both have this like struggle against not being who they feel they should be. And I think that's kind of interesting
Yeah,
to see how it manifests between the two of them.
I like that. I like that comparison as well. I like mine, but I think you can make a bunch of pairings like
Oh
that where you
yeah.
could see the yeah, I would
You
now
know
put
what?
Casca and Farnese against each other because Casca has been she was innocent and violated. she was like an unwilling participant, to say the least, in Griffith's rebirth.
True.
Whereas Farnese has been an active agent of cruelty, and she has been a active member um of as a persecutor who was witnessing the collapse. And so one of them is like passively innocent because she just walks around with her mouth open gaping at things, and one of them is actively guilty. And I think for me they are meant to be foil for each other. And I think that is a thing that he's trying to do.
I
And it's
really think though.
interesting because
Yeah.
I don't know what it would be if Casca was her old self. Then I think they would still be compared, but Casca would have more in common then with Serpico.
So what I find interesting here, oh my god, Casca does parallel to Serpico really well. The idea of like committing yourself to this
He does.
person and being their
Good
sword.
good Casca does.
Mhm. Not brain dead Casca. I
No.
I love this, but I think these are all intentional because to me this feels like a more complicated and layered
Agreed.
version of what we noticed
Yep.
after the eclipse, where you could compare everybody's perspective on life, what it means to live a simple life, what it
I think
means to
it's
have a
fun to do that,
purpose
to
and live
look
your
at
purpose
the
or choose your
opposite.
life,
Yeah.
right? Contrasting the scene with
Yeah.
Guts and Casca, Griffith's dream, what Griffith becomes, and what's his name, Godot, the blacksmith. Comparing all of those
Yeah.
people, we
Good.
had the same thing, and I think this is the same thing, but with even more characters that you can like. In this moment, we can compare all of these characters and their perspectives on these things. And once again, he's done this incredible job at making sure the themes are so like persistent that every character acts as an exploration on this. Even Guts, who barely has a character in this section because he's just going Katska, we see like that is a version of loyalty and shame. He has shame that Casca's in this position, and because of that, sees his purpose as this perfect loyalty to him, to her.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, I was trying to put my finger on what it was about Guts during this thing that it kind of annoyed me, and you just called it out right there. I was like, "Oh my god, man." Like the only time you really spoke in that one way is when you were like, I will retrieve her this time for
Okay,
sure."
okay, bud, we get you.
And I'm
You're
like,
fine.
you know what, Guts, you've been saying this for can we just have a side conversation just like for a quick sec just over here behind this rock? You've been saying this a lot, and so far you've gotten her back 0 times.
Well,
Um
I'm gonna do it. Got
and
her.
you've caused a lot of actual bullshit. Like I really like you fighting the demon guys, don't get me wrong, that's been great and all, but like maybe there's a way to be more direct by being more subtle. Like maybe you could have got her out of the prison the way they got Nina out if you'd gotten there and just like not sidetracked yourself so much. Like it doesn't seem to be like if I'm gonna be honest here, your full purpose doesn't seem to be getting her back, because if it was, you just would have gone down the hill with her and killed people as you went and left the demons to others.
Damn.
Like I'm
Okay.
just saying. I'm just saying if you really
But
want to
that's
be
why he has
honest
the
with
shame
yourself.
because his full purpose. Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah, okay.
guess.
Yeah, because those people sucked. Everyone up there sucked. And
Did they?
instead of just
I did
going down
Luca's
the
up
hill
there.
with her, Luca was not. Instead of just going down the hill with her and saving
Okay.
the people as they escape, who is his primary person that he's like not going to leave without this time.
What scene are you talking
Um,
about? Like
he, he
last
let her get
reading?
caught. When we're going through the cave part, and he's like, "Go down the mountain," and that's where he ends up fighting Serpico later on.
Oh
But
yeah.
at first, I'm gonna go into the cave and fight this demon. How about no, bitch?
Well,
Demon's still gonna be there.
you didn't want to get followed
Go
and
get
jumped.
Casca. Yeah, no, the demon was coming out of the goddamn cave. They would have had a lot to deal with. The army was dealing with all of the demons. If
Dealing
the
with
big
is a
goat dude,
strong word.
yeah, that's why I liked it. I like their torture. So if the big goat dude had come out and they'd had to deal with him as well, that would have been excellent. And guess who could have got Casca as their primary focus? I just think that when I say something like my primary focus is saving my husband, well, I'm just
Uh-huh.
gonna take a pit stop over here and fight a goat man.
I gotta
No!
fight the goat mini
Get
boss,
Casper
guys.
down the mountain!
I mean, he did
Whatever.
make pretty
I
quick
was
work
really
of the goat,
disappointed in
and
Guts.
then the issue with Serpico was next.
Yeah. Well, the girls would have been behind, and he would have been like, "Rah, rah, rah," and then they would have been further down the mountain because Serpico was able to get
The-
up the mountain, and the girls were able to get past Serpico, and then
yeah, because
so
Serpico let
obviously
them
they
so he
didn't
could
meet
kill
that way.
Guts and fail.
Oh, they're already down there. Right, but I'm saying they would have met further down the mountain then. And then it wouldn't have been as high. And also, I was also like, you know what, Guts? There is
All right.
something you could do. You're longer limbed. Kick him off the mountain. I know you're not doing it because we want to continue to have Serpico around, but sweeping his
Are
feet would
you
have
sure
knocked his
that Guts
fucking ass off
isn't?
the mountain.
I can't remember Guts kicking. Maybe he's just bad at kicking. He never got trained in martial arts. He only knows how to sword
Okay.
and
The
punch and
foot.
cannon
Sweep the knee.
and
In the words
crossbow
of Karate Kid,
and flash
sweep
bomb.
the
That's all
knee.
he knows. All he knows how to do is flash bomb, sword, punch, and cannon and crossbow.
No, I think that it should have been sweep the knee, period.
I think you're being pretty critical of Mr. Guts here. I will say, we talked about this on the phone. If I think there's any weakness to this spot, it's that I don't feel like we are being given a good trajectory hint on Casca. So right now, she is just feeling like a nuisance, honestly,
No, I
because we
think
don't really have a
I'm not
feeling of what's happening.
I'm not wrong. Like, I understand that at first it feels like I'm just being an asshole, but A, he is a heavier, stronger person with longer limbs. If he had
Wait,
used any kind
are
of,
instead of talking about
thought
the writing in this section, are we still going on about like how he should have fought Serpico?
no, I'm gonna be talking about the writing because
All
the
right.
writing is how he should fuck. He could have easily have pushed him off, even if his sword never got out, by pushing the sword between the wall and the man, which is where it was. He could have used that big long sword as leverage to just pry him off the mountain. That's why I think it's bad writing, because I know why that didn't happen. You want Serpico's character to exist.
I mean,
And
I think
so
it's
I
perfectly
don't like
fine for
that
a character to just not think of the right move to use. And fights are hard, you know.
in this one, you're talking about somebody who is able to do things that are
I
absolutely beyond the normal person. I
I
think it would
think
have
it's
been
fine
okay
if
for
what if Serpico dodged? He could have just
no,
dodged. He's
I
good at
think it would
it.
have been okay for, like, Farnese or Jojim or
I
Azan or anyone not to, but not him. Next,
fights
I'm
are
not
hard.
done. Also, I think it's poor writing to say that the only thing a person wants to do is save another person, but instead of saving them, they kill a goat devil who they would have gone and attacked the people who would capture the person you love. You know they're after her, but instead
Well,
of saving your person, you kill the goat devil who could have come out and attacked the people
maybe
after
that's
your
what the
person.
arc is
So I think
about,
that's
though.
a poor writing choice.
I think we have been seeing that his mission has been more for the last years. Like, as much as he's been like, yeah, I'm just trying to find Griffith, his mission has been helping people survive the apostles as they're becoming more common. Like, that has been the real
And
purpose.
I don't disagree with it, but you would, if you honestly were into Casca and that was your whole thing, you would have got her off the mountain
I
first.
think Serpico would
And
have
then
dodged anything he threw at him because the second Serpico was off balance, he left. Like the second Serpico felt like he couldn't confidently dodge everything, he gave up. So I don't think there's a move he could have done. As far as fighting the Goat Man, I do think that's because Guts' arc, whether he realizes or not, has become stopping the apostles and saving people. Like, I don't think he's in a place of
I think
admitting that, but
stopping
I
the
think
apostles and saving people would have worked once he had Casca. I'm gonna go to the ends of the earth of saying, like, that needed to be written in a way where there was an actual impetus for him
all
to
right.
fight the goat dude first. And like it or lump it, it wasn't, and therefore I think that it was weak, and it now makes me think that he better have an out loud realization
Didn't
that his first thing
didn't
isn't Casca,
didn't he say something
it's
like he'll
the
attack
devil.
us as we flee? I thought the goat jumped at him when he was trying to run away. Like I thought the goat jumped him.
Ah, dude, no, dude, he went into the freaking opening. Like he was like,
Hmm.
"Just a minute, I'll be right there."
I don't know.
Anyway, no, he did. I'll go back. I've got a book.
It did. People are saying it did.
Oh,
Apparently, the goat dude was gonna
I'm
attack
going back.
Casca as they were leaving.
Bum, bum, bum. Why would the goat dude attack Casca?
I don't know. People are saying it did.
It came out and it was going to fight all the people. I'm just going back to the
No, it
beginning of
fought
the
all the
goat
people
dude
for a
thing.
bit, and then as he was leaving, it jumped at him and was like, "Wah!"
Bum, bum, bum.
I
Let
think the
me
plan, I think if I'm
see.
remembering correctly, the plan was to do exactly what you said
I'm
and
here.
leave the goat man
I'm
to the
here.
military. And the goat man was like,
I'm
"No, I'm your
literally here right
problem."
now.
Oh, the brand, because of the
Casca,
brand.
Senor. Here we go.
The
Goat
brand
dude on a
attracts
pyre.
demons.
Goat dude on a pyre. Let me just go back to the beginning of the. Have I mentioned how much I don't like the goat dude?
The goat dude,
That's a good. That's a good monster.
that's a pretty good monster design. He was a bad guy, pretty cool looking.
I don't like that his penis is a snake.
You know, I'm neutral on it.
Ew.
The goat is not a
His
fan
design is
fave.
amazing. I can't
Yeah.
believe that anyone would be like, "You know what's a better monster is the round things that look friend shaped."
I
Um,
I will say the apostles, the pseudo apostles with the wings were cool monster design in this section, but I don't like the blobs. The blobs are boring.
they're lame.
I think the snake I
You
think
know
the
what?
snake what?
You know what? I'm gonna give it to Guts here.
See? I
Only
told
because
you.
here's why I'm gonna give it to Guts. It's these lines that will make me. I think that the people could have gotten away, but this is why I'm gonna give it to Guts. Won't give which mingle with mine. By the way, ew, ew.
Yeah.
You know what he means.
Yes. No. Yes. I do know what you mean.
No, no author could have wrote that more disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you know
All
what?
right. See? He did
Hey,
his
Guts.
best. He did his
Hey,
best.
Guts. I apologize on behalf of my brain hating you.
Yeah. Now,
I
I will
will
say you finished,
I
sorry.
will say though that I wish you had just told them to go a little ways ahead of you because the
What
child is not strong enough to
okay.
protect goddamn
If
Casca.
there
Hey
if there
guys,
was
go around the corner and wait for me. I understand that this child is not strong enough to protect you.
that is such a funny difference to imagine. Like, okay, I want to pitch that this is how the scene had. Imagine this. He's like, guys, leave the cave. I've got to fight him or he's gonna chase Casca. And it's like, okay, Guts, we're going. And then they go around the corner. He's like, don't go too far though, otherwise you'll get kidnapped. Stay pretty nearby. Just go on the other side of the wall.
Yes.
And then it just cuts to them not hearing him and leaving.
Yes.
Just
Because
stay
I
really
was because
close.
there were two moments in there when he was like, Casca's life is in your hands. And as I was reading it, I was like, really? What is he, 11? Really?
What
Dude
if
weighs dude weighs 87 pounds. How about we hold a moment?
hey, he killed a zombie once?
Like, yeah, no. You're in charge of these two people. One of them is a sex doll, basically, now. She won't even know where the edge of the cliff is. Good luck. Yeah. And then surprisingly, he fails.
It is surprising that Isidro failed. We all assumed he could do it.
Um,
Um,
two
I
things.
just
Two things though.
yeah.
I loved Casca. No, he tied a thing to Casca. Although she would have jumped down, he did tie the thing because you see the thing where he's
Yeah.
lowering her down.
Yeah.
So Casca being in the box, the Iron Maiden, and having the Iron Maiden melt from those little, you know what they look like?
It looked so
Tar.
cool. They look like tar.
They look
I don't
they
like
look
them as
like
a monster
tar.
design. That scene looked so sick. The scene of the Iron Maiden the Iron Maiden melting around her looked sick as shit. It was so cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. And I loved it coming out. It's nice that it ate all the people in the room because they were being tortured, so I was okay with that. I did wish that it would attack the other people, or at least like take a
And it
leg
was
or
getting
two from
there.
them or something. I just
I
wanted it to like melt a little bit of them off.
okay. I need people to hear me out. Hear me out on this. Mama Drawk, this means nothing to
Okay.
you. Guys, you know that instrument that the composer for Mob Psycho 100 developed just for Mob Psycho 100 with the paper fans blowing in front of, or the paper, yeah, the paper blowing in front of the fan to create noise? You know that like soundtrack they do when Mob goes all spooky mode and they play that? That's the sound I imagined when the Iron Maiden started to melt. I imagine that sound playing as it's like the, you can't even do it with your mouth, right? Like the whoa, no, you can't even get close. God, that sound is sick. And that played in my head watching the like Iron Maiden melting around Casca, looking all witch-like. Also, I understand why they think she's a witch. That's some witchy looking shit for sure.
Yeah, it's not witchy. My thinking when that played is I actually started to hear the intro to Enter the Sandman. And I was like, "Ooh, say your prayers, little one." That's how it went for me. It was way cooler. I recommend listening to that and reading that because it went well
I
together. Good
I'm
pairing.
gonna send you soundtrack for Mob Psycho, and then you can see because I think you
Okay,
were
well, I'll send
underestimating.
you that then. I'll send you Metallica
Well, I know
because it
Metallica.
was
I'm aware of Enter Sandman. It's on go. It's
okay.
on
Good. Read
what's it called? Rock
read
Band.
that
Rock
again
Band.
with Enter the Sandman. It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
perfect.
Artorias is doing that's the exact sound. Just so you know, look at what Artorias did. That's the sound that the instrument the composer specifically designed for Mob Psycho. That's what it does. Like literally,
Okay, but
designed it. They hired an experimental composer, and he was like, "None of my experimental instruments are good enough," and he made a new instrument for Mob Psycho. That's how cool it was.
I think that's amazing, and I will listen to it, but I still think you should listen to Enter the Sandman. I also think there's some songs you should listen to while walking around um archaeological sites.
Yeah.
I have specific songs that go with specific archaeological sites,
Okay.
mostly Pompeii.
A YouTuber I like, an anthropology YouTuber I like, is just uploaded a video today about research that he did based off of evidence that the recorded date for when Pompeii blew up is wrong. Clarith, you didn't miss the whole stream. Thank you for subscribing for 10 months in a row. We're not done yet. We haven't even done closing segments. I feel like there's something we didn't talk about, but I don't know what, because I feel like we've been pretty comprehensive. Like we didn't go in order,
Let me
but
get into
we have covered a
let me
lot.
get into the second book here.
Yeah.
Um, I buy them all, and I'm on book
Yeah,
20 now. So I think we're a lot further along than we think.
Mini Minute Man is uploading a video today about the fact that the recorded date for Pompeii's destruction is probably incorrect. So that's cool. I'm excited for that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the baby was here, guys.
I
If you
didn't
want us to talk about the baby's here. I don't know, man. It's fucking baby. Demon baby. That's all. It's
babies
a baby.
being killed all the time. Don't you just love that these ugly little bastards with their wings fly off and who's on his head?
Isidro?
What the shit, little dude? What the actual shit?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Pompeii was a famous port for prostitution, so a lot of the writing on the wall is explicit. I find that funny.
No,
Someone
it's
has
not a ton. There's just a few places.
I
When we went there
love
with when I took children there, it was super, super funny because we went into this one building and the kids looked up and there was all these different art on the upper wall over all the beds of different sexual things. And the man who was doing the tour just very casually was like, um, we have three of these places here. These are brothels. Sailors came from all over the world. The edge of the ocean is there. It was extended after the volcano, but because they came from all over the world, they didn't all speak English, so they could just point to the thing they wanted to do. And then
Latin, but yeah.
we had this one kid who was the sweetest little kid who doesn't say, anything inappropriate and doesn't swear. And she said, oh, that's a great way to do it. Quite intelligent." Just kept
Jesus
walking.
Christ.
It was like stunning. The educational tours is a full success, everyone.
That is
We
so
were all a
funny.
little taken back. It was funny. Thank
Oh,
you very
Mushiwada subscribing with Prime.
much.
Thank you so much.
for the Mushiwara. I
Dude,
made that song for you.
oh,
Mushiwara.
okay. I love
I
Isidro
made that
just
song for
jumping on his
Mushiwara.
head. Mura, for writing like such a bleak manga, does a great job with like little moments of slapstick comedy, like Isidro being like, "Yeah, I'm gonna ambush this guy," hitting him in the head, nothing happens, and the
Mostly
guy flies
Isidro,
off.
it's mostly Isidro. Since Isidro came, we've had a much better slapstick comedy.
True. Look,
Like
it
this
existed
little
before,
dude
but
is bringing
he has been a lot of the slapstick energy since showing up. He's increased the volume
it.
dramatically.
Is not only is he bringing the comedy, he's got Puck on his head. It's Inception. It's dudes all the way down. Puck is on his head. Isidore is on Doofus's head, and then it goes, "Good Lord," which to me was just hilarious. And then,
Him saying "Good
and then
Lord" is the funniest thing to say. That is the funniest response to your castle turning into like a dark monument to the horror of God. Uh, you are an angel man watching your monument to God be toppled into this giant hand, and "Good Lord" might be the funniest fucking thing to say there. What if they said it was
okay, Berserk
Berserk?
might have been the funniest thing,
Actually,
but
never
this was
mind.
pretty
If
damn
he said Berserk, that might have been the funniest possible
yes.
thing.
If he'd gone, "Oh,
Actually,
Berserk," that would have been the
think,
funniest.
now that I'm imagining it, Refs, that is the funniest thing in the world. You imagine Mozgus rising above the tower and
Well
it
done,
just
Rafe.
zooms
Well
in on
done,
his
Rafe.
face and he just goes, Berserk.
Would have been amazing. But
Guys,
loving the mirroring again. So this was another moment that I was like, excellent mirroring. Love the mirroring of the real eclipse. And that's what I was saying, that it was a mirror, because we knew that we were going to have a new eclipse, that there was a rebirthing taking place with this new eclipse. And that this was an earthbound eclipse in a very different way. And so this was the moment when I was like, psh, and the mirroring is perfected right to the last second. Having the throne in the first eclipse um reimagined in the castle in the second was perfect.
I feel it.
Just quick, someone give me a hand. Wait, not like that. And that's just more of that great mirroring I was talking about. What a way to end it though, with the oozy monsters who are shaped like friend, but made of dead people.
They
Uh
might dissolve people. They might be
staring at,
eating people.
but look, here's why it's so funny, Drawk. All of the big giant eatsy monsters shaped like friend on the ground are all looking up on it, and they sounded like minions to me looking up at the hand on high with the thing coming out. I heard, "Ooh, wow." Because
I'm
it
sorry.
looks like they're
I'm
really all,
sorry. I need you to. Your sentence moved so quickly from concept to another. I need you to like re-explore what has been said.
okay. I will send you the picture of this if you want, but all the little round dudes with their big round heads made of bodies and their big mouths and
Uh-huh.
open eyes are looking up at the hand that has been created with a beam of light on it, and they're all looking at it with like big round eyes and open mouths. So all I could hear was like that, the way the minions say it when they go ooh ah, and they're so excited. That's what it sounded to me like in my head. I was like, you made these little dudes shaped like friend stare up at the hand, and now I've got minions in this just enjoying the hell out of this new feature, this new
Good
hand feature
lord.
that I'm not
Yeah,
wrong.
I
I'm a
can't stop you.
picture. I'm gonna send you this picture, and you're gonna be like, yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So that's when I now see the friends made of death. They're like minions to me. Man, and they are minions. Oh, it makes sense. It's all coming together. Okay, here we
My
go.
god.
It's no L- Lord. I think you
Sorry,
mean
sorry. Oh
Lord.
my lord, yeah. Oh lord.
Oh,
Quite a
oh.
conundrum we've run into, isn't it, old chap? Dude, dude, if I
Okay, we
were if I were
are
Mosgus in that moment, I'd be like, "Hey, child on my head, do you know what happened?" I'm
Okay.
at a loss. I'm not sure what just went on there.
I just sent it to the us in Snapchat. Go take a peek and be
Why
like,
did you
tell
send
me
it to
you
the
don't see minions. Well, because I was on it and I was taking a picture of my Kobo. Kobo.
Oh, okay. Being asked to look at this thing.
Okay, see?
That gets loading. Okay, so you're talking about the hills. You know what's funny is I'm looking at that picture literally right now as reference. Like
Shut up.
that picture is literally open on my computer right now. The picture you sent me is open on my monitor at this moment.
That's so hilarious. That's what I see. They're minions to me.
Those are minions? These look nothing like minions. They're melted hills of
No, but
faces.
look look at the way they're so excited about the hand and tell me that's not the sound they're making. Ooh,
No! In no way do I hear that. What?
you're drunk. You're drunk, man. They're
She's
little
talking about the
minions.
end of Collapse. This scene, the thing with the tower emerging out of the sea of faces made of faces. Like, what?
Stick
No,
in the
Raph, no.
grave.
Don't betray me like this, Raph. Don't join her.
True. The way their mouths are all open and they have big excited eyes looks like they
You know what I
they're
hear them
so
saying? They're saying,
excited.
"Ugh." They're making like horrible fucking
That's not their
Silent Hill sounds.
no, that's not their sound. Their sound is ah.
I just realized what I have drawn looks so much like the cover of a metal album.
It really does. Thank
Like,
you, Clarice. See? Other people
no,
hear minion
Clarence,
noises
people
just like
stop stop feeding into her mental illness.
this is not mental illness. This is the
I'm
same way
sorry,
that
this is
Thursday is purple. Some
if
things just are.
if Facebook
Oh, could be
Facebook
a
has cursed
doctor.
us with a phenomenon where when women turn 50, I'm sorry, they just see minions everywhere.
Bite me. These are minions. I ain't making the minions. I'm just reporting them when they happen.
I can't explain why that's as funny as it is, but it is that funny.
Dr. Pepper noises. I love that. Yeah, I'm just telling you, if you put fun sounds there, it really helps with the trauma, everyone. Fun tip. Hey, everybody, it's me, Mama Drawk. You know me from such places as here on the Drawk Show. If you like this, like. Otherwise, you could also do another thing, subscribe. Also, fun tip for trauma. If something is scary, give it a silly sound. Silly sounds help trauma. This has been a message from Mama Drawk.
Yeah? Oh shit.
Yeah. I'm not wrong. When a dude is being scary and violent, I give him silly sounds and make him look silly in my mind, and it's a lot easier to deal with. You're like, "Oh,
All
you're
right.
hilarious."
All right. Um
A sunbeam just came and it went through all my crystals in my office, and now I live in rainbows.
is there anything we figured out to we haven't talked about? I think we might have caught up on what needed to be discussed for
We
the
did it
second.
all. We did the thing. I'm proud of us.
We
It was
did it.
actually I feel like we're about to go into something crazy. Hey, squishies, are we going into
People
something crazy? Because
someone
I
said the
feel like
next
we're on the edge of something
well, we're on the edge of
really
like
crazy.
fake eclipse, so things are gonna get crazy. The God Hand are
No,
probably gonna be
no.
able to
I think
manifest in the real world or some shit.
the squishies, no, but I think we're about to go into some like apocalyptically crazy shit.
I mean that the egg did just say, "Hey, I'm gonna hatch into the new world, and it's gonna be perfect."
He never should have let the egg live. He should have eaten the damn egg.
He's only there to eat the egg of the egg, to eat the egg that the egg owned. I really thought that was a Bahamut doing
No,
its own
that's.
thing. I'm disappointed
Are you gonna
myself.
Are you gonna add a puck in here?
I'm gonna add a puck. It isn't fair.
Hurts my feelings when you don't add the puck.
Thinking about him. I'm thinking about Puck.
Are you
All
gonna put
right.
him inside one of the skulls? Because that would be really mean. Could he
Actually
ride on the
creating it.
boobie of the ship breastplate? Or on the head? Yes, the head of the shipped breastplate. Oh, get it? It's a breastplate because she's out there with her breasticles on the
Holy
breast
shit,
of
that
the
is a
horse.
breastplate with breasts. Yes, you are correct.
Hey, I just noticed now that she has wings. Do you think that could be something that happened in the last time around when Skull Daddy was made? Because we just
Her
met
wings
people who
do
got
look a
wings.
lot like I was noticing Femto's wings.
Yeah, interesting.
Interesting.
Mm.
Could this mean something?
Could this be more? Okay.
Um,
I'm getting traumatized in the future. I'll try when I'm trying to remember that.
I
If
think
Skull Knight had breasts, that would be breasts on breasts on breasts. Okay, let's talk about our favorite monster.
let's talk about our favorite monster.
What's your favorite monster?
This is so hard. I like Egg. I think Egg. I was thinking if the pseudo apostles
Yeah,
were better, but I think Egg is a funny little guy.
Egg is a Egg's a great boy.
Yep.
Um, my favorite monster is Snake Penis Boy.
That's not from this
I
section.
hate
That's last
him.
section.
He was in this section. He was the
No.
goat. The goat
Yeah,
had the snake
yeah.
penis.
That wasn't in this section. You only reread it now because you wanted to go back. We were debating whether or not Guts had failed last time.
Got still fighting him in this section?
No.
Oh. God damn it. Fine. Then I'm choosing egg too, and I won't hear anything about it. All
What?
the rest of them suck. Yeah, you know what? Bite me. Egg is the best then. There is
No, we're
what
not
am I
allowed to
supposed
double
to
up.
do?
We're not allowed to double up. I
Fine.
refuse.
Skull Daddy.
No, I am switching because I refuse. Fuck it. It's Angel Mosgus. You happy now?
Yeah, I am happy. I have the egg.
I don't know why that's so fucking funny, but it really is.
Thank
Holy
you,
shit.
Elizabeth.
Yeah, the only reason we read the Serpico part was because you went back because we were having to like take Guts to court to see if he tried to protect Casca or not.
Fine. I want the egg.
You
Egg.
get the
Egg.
egg.
You know what?
You're
It's
fucking
hard to
losing
chant egg. Egg, egg, egg. That's better. I found it. Never mind. You have to lean into the one syllable is the problem.
I shit. Oh, one thing I was gonna mention earlier that I
Okay.
found very, very funny with this section. I like I said, I
Yeah.
felt like the art was the compositions and concepts are cool, but like the art was fine. Like the art quality is so high. Mira is such a good artist, but nothing like stood out to me in a crazy way. But for some reason, the moments where we are seeing Farnese in panic and doubt, her face is so fucking well drawn and the expressions feel so compelling. Like, I think, regardless of our opinions, Farnese is one of his favorite characters.
I would agree. He's in love with her.
That's
So,
how
you
it
know what that
feels.
means. You know what that means.
But
I don't know why how to tell you. Dude was a sex prevert. He liked pain.
I mean, yeah, I get that. That's where I would think you were going, but I didn't look. It means a lot of things in theory. Like, there's a lot you can extrapolate.
I extrapolate. Here we go. Now we're supposed to have I'm gonna
Let's
do our
go.
sad or our saddest moment first, and then we'll do our
This
happiest
wasn't the
moment. So
saddest
go ahead.
part. This wasn't the saddest part of the story. There was some stuff that
Give
made
me
me
the
feel
saddest
disgusted.
moment.
I felt a weird amount sad for Serpico when Farnese is like fucking reaming him out and he clearly wants to be like, you think I hate you, I love you, but he's like, funny that you mention hate. And then she's like, fuck you, fuck everything, listen to me, move, bitch. Like, that felt weirdly sad for me because he's clearly trying to have this like romantic looking aside moment, like, so funny. And then she's like, fucking move, come on. I don't know,
Yeah, I
man.
kind of like that though. I kind of liked it because I was like, now is not the time. Why do people always have to go off on their own little tangents in the middle of other things? And then she was like, go the fuck away. And I was like, so for me, I thought it was hilarious.
It's very funny.
So it was your saddest moment, and I was like, that's funny. It's like stopping an evil villain before he gets to do his whole diatribe.
I don't know. I felt sad that he's being reamed out, and she's like, "I know you're actually trying to work for my father, but you swore pledge to me." And in my mind, I'm thinking all the suspicious shit he's doing is because he loves you.
Uh, Atoria and I don't know if he loves her. Like, I think that he's got some weird thing with her, but I don't know if it's
There's
love.
like an obsession there. There's something.
I would agree. There's definitely an obsession. And honestly, like, I don't even get it. Her hair's really like not the thing. She's he likes having sword sex. Like, there's just some red flags.
I don't think it's like explicitly about the swords. It's just she's fucked up.
Yeah, I agree, but like having sword sex is a really good way of saying that.
It's too bad there's not a great
Um,
Berserk anime that got this far, because, like, goddamn, there's so many things I'm thinking of that make a great joke for an abridged series.
okay, I've got my saddest moment.
Yeah.
Um, you may not think it's the saddest. Like the sword up the cooch is
This
not,
feels
or
like it's
the
going to be a
spear up the
lie.
cooch was not good for me. Really not good for me. But saddest moment for me was Nina realizing that there is nothing in her that is heroic. There is nothing in
Honestly, it
her that
is
is
sad.
strong. There is nothing in her that is Luca. She is the opposite of the person she most admires, and she is basically just a cowardice jellyfish. I think that
Oh
was my
my
saddest
god!
moment.
What a horrible way to put that! Like, you're not, like, I don't, I don't disagree, but, like, god, that is so brutal!
Yeah, I told you it's so brutal. I'm just saying the truth because that's the truth about her.
Cowardice
She,
jellyfish? No!
she's a cowardice
No, you're
jellyfish,
right. Like, her
and
her
so
arc in this section is being like, I want to be a good person and be strong, and literally before she
yeah,
can think about that, she's already failed. Like, why? Like, before she
yeah,
can finish her
exactly.
thought about trying to be better, it's too late.
She was inside a goddamn prison talking about how she's going to learn to have strength and use Luca as an example and get a backbone. And then she was like, it's hard to have a backbone when you're a jellyfish. He touched my nail. That was enough. Let's go. So her finding out who she really was, and that's what her character is, and that she is not capable of being the hero because there's nothing inside of her that's heroic.
Yeah, no, you're right. It is sad, but it is funny because it
Yeah.
leads to my happiest moment. I just thought the torturer razzing her was the funniest shit in the world.
Ah.
It was so goddamn funny.
Okay, I'm in love with you loving the torturers so much. It says a lot about the
Dude,
manga what you're reading
yeah,
when the
look, I
torturer
haven't
making
liked
fun of
any
his
of the other
victim.
torturers, right? Like the torturer who got off on torturing Griffith and was like, I've never gotten to destroy such a beautiful thing. That guy sucks. Hate him. This torturer was fucking funny. Like, Casca was chewing on his hat and he was like, it's her problem.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that I think is a really funny
I
moment. You're not wrong,
I
but
forgot
that
to bring
says
it up.
a lot about the manga.
I forgot to bring it up here, but on the phone with you, I mentioned the fact that I was sad that when he turned into a little angel baby, he stopped talking because I thought his like quips during a fight could be so good.
Yeah, it was so lame when he got all self like, "Oh," and became a baby weird thing. I don't like that
Yeah,
either.
because like,
That was my second saddest moment because he ruined the vibe.
because Albino Twink got to keep talking and having banter. But can you imagine how fun the torturer's banter could have been?
Yes. No, it was such a vibe killer when he got all angelic. And it wasn't even like angelic with goodness. He was just some like piece of shit with wings. Like if I stick wings on dog shit, does that make it holy? I guess so. And that's basically what happened.
Oh man.
Oh. Okay, so my happiest moment was watching Isadora ride away on douchebaggery um
That was
on
funny.
the sitting on his hat. I was like the holy shit. Did you hear my laugh there? I accidentally sounded like Woody Woodpecker. Not even on purpose. Um, yeah, no, him riding away because like this kid has really got some chutzpah. Like he's just like, hold my beer. I'm gonna jump up in his hat, and then he just just rides away with like the baddest baddie. It's so wild.
It is so funny
Oh,
that
that's
Mosgus
good.
flies away and he doesn't even bother taking the kid off his head, and it's like, why aren't you taking the kid off? And he's like, well, it's not like he can do anything. Why would I? Because there's a
I think
child on your
it
head.
was
I don't
freaking a
know.
beauty. And I just don't feel like bad things are gonna happen to the kid. I mean, oh shit, if bad things happen to the kid, that would be really hard for me to accept because the way that he has made the character to be the comedic break,
He's
I think
so
it would
goofy.
break me if
It would
that
be
kid
so
got hurt.
hard to feel okay with such a goofy little guy dying.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we didn't pick that, but that was funny aesthetic. You're right. When Luca was like, "Oh, hi,
God, that was
death."
good. I will say, Luca and Skull Knight are such a fun pair. Um, Lav, our editor, is obsessed with them. Kept being like, "Oh my god, I love them." Before we started, was like, "Is it just me, or do you want to, instead of talking about Berserk, go to AO3 and search up all of the fanfic about Skull Knight and Luca?" And I was like, "That's just you.
That's just you.
That's not me."
But
But
they're
they
not
are.
wrong in a way because I kinda ship them,
No, they
honestly. I
are
mean, they've
so
got some
cute
shit to
together.
work on.
Look,
Yeah.
I think the only reason I don't,
She's
I
so
like Jerome. I think
blasé
Jerome
about
and her are
meeting
cute.
death.
I think Jerome and her are cute, and I like the moment where she's like, "Oh shit, maybe this guy's for real," and I've been like judging him too hard. Like her moment of realizing that Jerome actually might be a good guy was great.
Yeah, but Skull Daddy's got a lot more going on in than a Jerome.
Like, yeah, of course, Jerome is so much just a guy.
Yeah. Um, I think yeah, I like Puck being traumatized by being seen. I love that.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
flying around the
Puck.
cathedral like, fuck. I said I'm invisible cathedrals. Shit. Um, I feel as though this is a weird section because there's so many more moments where I was like, that was fun than I am. That was tragic. I think next
Yeah,
section
but
that's gonna change, right? Like we're gonna have tragedy.
we did have to go back into the pile of bodies just like in the original Eclipse.
Hmm.
Um, uh, I just have one long nail for reasons. I trimmed all my nails, but that one was
Got it.
shorter before, and
Cocaine.
now it does look like I'm a coke addict. How did you know it was that nail? That it was my pinky?
I honestly don't know what nail coke addicts use.
I think it's a pinky because that's the one that you could twist the easiest independently, in my opinion. And I think I've seen it in movies that they use their pinky. Like a
Okay.
pointer would be awkward. No, it's pinky.
I
I looked it up
here's a
in my
question that I
brain.
have for you. Who do you think
Okay.
currently is living the better life of a dark romance protagonist? Luca or
Okay.
Farnese?
Luca. First of all,
Yep.
she's having way more sex. Just as a starting point. Um, and so the other thing is that she's got 2 dudes into her now.
Uh-huh. Though that is very dark romance.
Um,
That's true. Where, but we have the love triangle of Serpico seems to be into her. People who've read it are saying he's not into her in that way, so I'm probably wrong. But there seems to be an attachment there, and then she's into Guts.
no,
You
because
know.
it doesn't matter if Luca likes Jerome or not. She porkified him and he has feelings for her. So there is a love triangle between Skull
Also,
Daddy, Luca, and Jerome.
people are like she doesn't even like him, but she specifically in this part was like, maybe I misjudged him. Like she's opening a chance. She's opening a door. Like, you know,
Yeah,
like
I
maybe
don't
this guy's all right.
she's not bringing Jerome into the fold though. She's not going to be like, "You know what, Jerome? What about you, me settle down?" It's not going to happen. And that's okay. Not everyone needs a happy ending. Sorry, Jerome.
Do you think Jerome isn't making it out of the
I'm
eclipse?
I'm looking at you, Jerome. I think you're fodder for the eclipse. If I'm going to be honest, I think that
Dude,
you would be the perfect person to die.
Jerome being like Holy shit, that's so cool about Guts' cannon arm was everything to me. Like, I love Jerome looking at Guts and being like, that guy rules, right?
Jerome is what's that guy's name I hate?
What?
That gaslighting little cow who was in love with Casca,
Oh,
whose name I can't remember.
Judo.
Jadot.
You meant a
Jerome
real
is the new
guy.
Jadot.
I,
You know, he's in love with someone who's not in love with him. He's kind of
yeah,
comedic in the way that he says things like, "Oh my god, I love your sword. That sword is wild. Oh, it's amazing."
but
He's
also
into canon.
he's so much more glib and flippant than Judo. Like, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
Judo had a bit of that. I love Jerome's energy.
I'm just saying Jerome is judo 2.0. He's a better judo.
I'm not gonna say
He's
better.
funnier.
Judo
He's
was more
funnier.
capable.
He's smarter. He's less smarmy. I really enjoy a Jerome. I mean, I'm sad
Which is
he's going to
funny
get
because when women
croakified.
are smarmy, I feel like it's a big bonus for you.
When women are smarmy?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's funny. I like smarmy women. That's good shit.
there we go.
I Rafe, you exactly said it. If Jerome were out in the world, he's a person that I'd be like, yeah, I could have a beer with Jerome,
I mean,
and
that
we
is
would
the
have a
thing.
laugh
I
and
disagree
hear
with
a couple
you.
of funny stories.
I disagree with you about Judo. I think as far as who I'd rather hang out with in real life, it's Jerome for sure.
Yeah, because he's not a smarmy, icky thing who feels like a gaslighting, the
I
personification of
You know what the
gaslighting.
big thing is?
I
He seems like he doesn't think as highly of himself as Judo did. Judo was
yeah,
like, "Yeah, I'm the guy. Like, I'm right-hand man.
yes.
I'm the man who can fix things." Whereas Jerome is just, "Man, I'm out here. I'm trying."
I just think that Jerome is the type of dude who's like, I am probably gonna fuck this up. I just want you to know this is not gonna go well. But I'm gonna stand here and do it.
This look like if we
And then when
just
he doesn't die, he's like, holy shit, did you see that? How am I alive? Like,
turns out if
be
I make
so
the
for
background
real right
black,
now.
it's
How
kind
am
of
I
awesome.
still here? I like that guy. I would actually like to hear his stories. If Judo was talking, I'd be like, yeah, guys, I'm gonna head to bed.
I like Judo. I'm not on Mama's side with that. I might like Jerome better, even though
Um,
he's not as capable and everything. Like, I just love this dude for some reason. I don't know, man. Jerome is so compelling to me. He's
Jerome is my
just a
dude. I'm gonna
guy.
be really sad if he gets eaten up.
I feel like he might, you know?
It does feel that way.
It's not
He's
even a
he's
negative
too good.
attitude. It's not like he's like, I'm the worst. He's just like, look, man, I'm just in it. I'm just Jerome.
We're gonna
It
be
doesn't
honest, I got no special powers. I got no cannon arm. I'm not particularly
I'm
awesome with my
Jerome,
sword.
dude.
I'm not a really big dude. I'm just Jerome, but I'll Jerome around.
I don't know why he's so compelling to me, but I love this guy.
I'm gonna get a tattoo of Jerome.
That's insane.
He's just one kid. Exactly. He's just one kid. I always say it. I'm just one kid. Leave me alone. Like, what the hell? Rafe, do I say that on stream a lot or do
You
you
do.
say
You
that in
say that a
life? Because I
lot.
say
You
it
say
all
that
the
a lot.
Do I? Oh my
Yeah.
god. He's just one kid. Leave him alone.
It doesn't help that Jerome has such a modern sounding name. It makes him feel so much more out of place.
I love that Rafe goes, he's just one kid, and I'm like, holy shit, I say that. And then Rafe's like, yes, here.
Yeah, like all the time, dude.
Just say it like nonstop. Here.
Oh man. All right. Should we move on? Should
Rafe,
we move on
Rafe, I
to our
hope you
top
use
5?
that in the world. I hope Rafe, you use that in the world all the time. Hey, I'm just one kid.
Let's move on to our top 5, starting with the Guts tier list. Can we put Guts at a C? He's trying, but like the
Oh,
story is
Guts
barely
is
about him right now.
honestly, Guts, in this thing, like, I don't know if I'm picking you. I think I'm still picking Skull Daddy. Like, yeah, you're a C, dude. You're just
Yeah,
a C.
like he's
Like,
here.
thanks for fighting the penis
I'm
dude, but
I'm sure that when the story is more about Guts again, he's gonna feel cooler. His fight was cool. That's about all. That he's a C and not a D because he had a really cool fight and he did the big cannon thing.
yeah. Uh
Uh,
Yeah, no,
You
you're
picked
right.
drawing, so
His
I'll start the
canon
top
moment is
5.
the only reason he's not a C minus or a D is his cannon arm.
I'm gonna start the top 5. This is actually hard because there are like 7 or 8 characters who I love in this section.
Eh,
I want to keep thinking, should I be contrarian and pick someone else, but Luca's number 1. It's Luca.
yeah,
Come on.
obviously.
Yeah. I
Her name
sat
is
with it
Luca.
like, is it Jerome? Is it Egg? Is it Farnese? And I was like, no,
No,
it's
man.
Luca.
No, her name is Luca. She lives on the 2nd floor. You cannot take Luca. She is the 1 and the 2. Okay, I am gonna say that number 2 no, don't no. Ah! I'm not gonna do number 2 because 'cause I'm fighting in between some people.
Look, you say it's a short
I'm gonna make
section, so
number
no wonder there wasn't a lot of guts moments, but it was a short section where there were like 8 or 9 contenders for the top 5 list. Like, this was a character-rich small section.
number 3, the egg.
Egg number 3, I think, kind of kicks ass. I think egg number 3 is good. Isidro just
Yeah.
didn't do a lot. Like, he was so enjoyable, but he wouldn't be on my top 5 because, like, he just didn't do that much. I'm gonna say,
Yeah, I was debating egg 2, but egg is 3.
I'm gonna say number 5 is Farnese. Which is interesting because
Okay.
she's been a worse
Yeah.
person and been at number 1, but that's because her conflict
Yeah.
felt like it piqued more interest from me. I feel like she's in the
Yeah, it
top
was a little
5. She was good here, but
yeah.
she's not like number 1 like she has been in the past.
Yeah, I would agree. Um, uh, number 4,
Okay?
Nina.
I don't like her, but she is very compelling, and this is the correct choice.
Her lack of character and heroicism moments were yeah, it was compelling. It was a compelling read. She was a repellent person.
Oh my, I feel so bad for the poor girl. She's definitely
Is it
she
because
wa-
I'm so good at describing her?
I was gonna say she tried, but the whole thing is she kind of
She didn't.
didn't. But like
Yeah,
the arc is about how she feels shame that like she can't do better. Like,
I'm telling you, she was very trying, but she didn't try.
oh my god.
Yeah.
So all we have left is number 2, huh? Dude, it's Jerome. You know who's number 2, baby.
It could have been Mosgus. I agree. I would go Jerome
Mosgus
or
was
Mosgus.
compelling. I feel like for me it was Mosgus, Serpico, and Farnese competing for number 5 in my opinion. As far
I agree, but I
like
was loving Jerome.
Jerome was so freaking
Jerome,
fun in this section.
can I tell you something about Jerome?
Yeah.
Jerome makes really good pancakes. Like that guy can make some pancakes.
You know what's funny? That is actually so period accurate because I'm pretty sure pancakes were like initially invented by like traveling nobles because it was something you could just really easily make that was still like had expensive ingredients like
Yes,
you made it with butter and honey and it had sugar in it. So like absolutely
yes,
that makes sense for him.
yes. And something else about Jerome is he can whittle a horse out of a piece of wood.
He has what you were describing is that he has the exact vibe, yes, of that character who you're like, oh, you're not useful, and then they have all these weird little cute hobbies.
Yes,
Oh
exactly.
man. I love how
So
he's
you
like,
can
yeah,
see
there's no way I can fight this one angel man, and then Guts comes in and fights 5 of them, and Jerome's like, damn, that's cool.
but even though Jerome can pay for people to make pancakes, he makes his own pancakes,
I think he does.
Atoria, because he's really good at making pancakes. And he just randomly hands his carved whittled horses to kids when they're going through places. He just gives kids a little toy. He's like, "Here you
I
go."
I have a prediction.
Yeah,
I
Jerome's
feel
a
like
dude.
I feel like next section Mosgus is going to be top 5 because I think we're going to dive into him more and he's going to be a really compelling villain.
He better not screw with my sweet, sweet boy. Like I'm telling you right now, there's no
Yeah?
coming back from that. Yeah.
There's no coming back
I
from,
love
like,
that kid.
killing Isidro, throwing him off his head.
Do you wanna know how much I like Jerome?
How much?
I would put him in charge of Isidro. I would make him a father figure for him. I'd be like, "Yeah, no, I trust you with him." Way more than Guts, honestly, but yeah, I trust you with him. Take him off.
I don't think Guts could be a good father. I think
Well,
his
he is right
lifestyle
now with the
alone,
better choice, dude.
I think his choice of lifestyle alone makes a pretty good case that Guts shouldn't be in charge of a child.
You think being haunted by demons every night makes you a bad father
Yeah, I
figure?
think hey, can you not keep following the guy who every night will summon a horde of demons?
Yeah, and the kid is like, "Hey, leave him alone. He's epic. Epic people have epic things."
These aren't lessons you should learn. Guts is like, I agree with this.
Jerome would be like, "You know what, man? How about instead of that, I get you a knife and teach you how to make a horse."
I I feel like he could also teach him like formal like broadsword techniques. Like he'd be like, teach me how to be a badass
Yeah.
warrior. And he's like, all right, tuck your elbows in. I'm gonna teach you how to do his Vai Hao. And he's like, what? What? And he's like, yeah, don't you want to learn martial arts? Isn't that what you asked? And he's like, I want to be like a badass super warrior. And he's I like I could this is how you do his Vai Hao.
I know, and he'd also be really good at teaching him how to care for a sword. Jerome feels like a person who would sit down for a full half hour and give it a nice scrub and polish.
Would Guts be better or worse than Slug Dad? I think Guts
Oh.
would be a worse
He
father
would
than
try
Slug
better.
Dad because as much as he would try really hard, he would conjure demons
Yeah,
constantly and probably kill the kids.
but he would try harder.
Yeah,
He would try harder, but he would get
try
less
harder,
good.
fail worse.
Try harder with less good results.
That's it. Yeah,
Oh no, Guts. You went under Slug Dad. That's not good, Guts. You know what I love for Guts? I was thinking about this when we were talking today. Goda is the dad that Guts deserved.
the blacksmith.
Yeah. And
It is
so
nice
for
that he
him to
finally
have
got a
him
father figure who taught him actually valuable lessons.
gave him things that without asking for extra, gave him extra, and
Well,
he sacrificed the health at the end of his life and took off some of his own time for him.
I think unironically, that man is part of why Guts survived the eclipse with his mind intact, because he had a new
Yeah.
mentor who taught him, not knowing about Griffith, valuing him and as a person and who he is.
Yeah.
Like, I think genuinely that man is part of Guts weathering the eclipse.
And that's why I now think that I'm gonna think of Goda as being Guts's dad.
I don't think that was his name.
It's Godo or Goda.
Odo?
It's
Yeah.
Godot.
Oda is what people
Godo.
call Oda. Ichiro
Oh,
Oda.
well, I'm calling him Goda, so there you go.
Okay, well, I can't stop you.
No, no, it's true. I've heard that a lot about people say that to me a lot.
I wonder what kind of life you're living that I can't stop you needs to be mentioned regularly.
I don't
Oh
know.
man.
I feel good with it though.
Yeah.
Did I mention that I'm done organizing all my craft stuff and it is baller? I just needed to tell the squishies because the last time they saw me, I was still organizing it.
I I don't think you did tell them because you just said that you
No, I
did.
did. I told the squishies that I lived in hell and I had to climb
No, no,
through
no. What
bullshit to
what
get to my
what I
desk.
you asked, I don't think you remember. You the intro to what you just said was did I mention?
Oh, but I just wanted to mention to the squishies that I finished organizing all my
Yes.
craft stuff now and like legitimately, ugh, it's so good.
Yeah. I
So
know you
good.
previously mentioned having worked on it, but like the did you mention that you're done is a no.
You've seen it. Admit
I
it.
I
It's
did. It looks
it's
really
literally
fucking cool.
it's like worth talking about. It's so good.
Yeah.
Do it, Lucy. You're gonna feel like such a god. I walk into my craft area now and I'm like, oh my god, I could make anything.
Dude, I have to be real. I have no fucking idea what choices I'm making with how to render this. I did cool
I
line
gotta
art
tell
and
you
now I'm
about a
just
scary
throwing shit
thing
at
that
the
just
wall.
happened. Can I tell you about a scary thing that just happened that could happen in the middle of the night? I
Okay.
have a record player now, and if you press a certain button on the amplifier, it just goes on and the record player goes on. All of a sudden I heard frickin' Taylor Swift going off. So obviously your father put Taylor Swift on. I don't want to hear it, guys. He's a Swiftie. Get over it.
I don't think
And
anyone's coming
he
at you for
loves
that.
running. He loves running to Taylor Swift. Anyways, the cat jumped on it and flicked it on, and all of a sudden, Taylor Swift just burst across the living room. If that had happened while I was sleeping, I would have been like, this is a strange murder. The murderer came in and turned on the cheeriest Taylor Swift song prior to killing me.
I
But now that I know what happens, if I hear Shake It Off in the middle of the night, I'm going to assume it's the cat.
I had to unplug my AC any night that I didn't have to have it on because my cat learned that jumping on it made sounds happen by pressing the buttons. And she didn't really have a concern for what that did to the state of the air conditioner. So she would just hop on the AC unit and jump around stepping on buttons to make them go beep, 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 because that was fun.
Yeah, I think my cat's now like, "Oh, I can turn on music from now
Fucking
on when
radical.
they go to
That's
work.
awesome.
When they go to work, we're listening to tunes."
We're jamming, is what I've said.
Okay, I think we did all the things.
I think we did.
I even did the what's it called?
The
The
what's it
plug.
called? Oh,
Yeah,
all
the
right. Wait,
plug.
what about the segment that we definitely do that's not fake favorite minor character?
Oh my god, I love favorite minor character. It's also Lav's favorite part.
Yeah, Lav loves that we do. Mine is the guard that says, "Nah, stop pranking me," when the other guy says he saw a fairy.
Oh, that's a good one. God damn it, you stole a great minor character. Oh god, no one's gonna be as good as that. Um,
The torturer's not a minor enough character. We have to
no,
establish.
I would have picked the torturer because let's be honest, that is a good minor character. I'm gonna pick. What's that weird fat-headed dude with the same nose as the? He's like standing in the courtyard when he goes,
What?
"What? What's this?"
Oh yeah, Azon. Azon is definitely a minor character in this segment.
Yeah, that's all. He's minor this one. I kind of liked him only because I liked it when the um friends with bad fur showed up. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
We're
but
in
I
the foyer,
shouldn't. I know exactly
and our
what you were saying. You were saying they are friends because they're round, which you were saying makes them friend shaped. And by bad fur,
yeah,
you meant they don't have fur because they're friend shaped. And earlier you said if they had fur, they would be friends. So by saying
because
friends with bad
instead of
fur, you were describing the blob monsters that devoured the tower to make it collapse into the god hand.
made out of people, made out of dead people.
Yeah. The friends with bad fur are the spirits, the jelly of anguish.
So
Fucking
the minions. So when the minions burst through the front area of the castle, dude is like, "Huh? What?" And I thought that was so fucking funny. I was looking at him and I was like, up, the minions come and get you. They come and get you. They have many faces and one big face. Here to come.
yeah. This is
Uh,
all. These are normal things.
do I have a sick sense of humor?
It's less that about the sense of humor, and it's more just about the like level that this makes sense. Is my reaction.
If Hey, Lucy, but remember, if they have fur, you can't see that they're made of corpses. It's it's like when you're watching a Christmas Carol and the ghost Drawk doesn't know this because he's only watched the Muppets version.
That is actually true.
But
Yes.
when the Christmas Carol ghost comes and he lifts his robe or opens it or whatever, and he's filled with the hungry deaths of all the people who came before. It's like that. But you can't see it when he's wearing his pretty robe. That's what the fur does. The fur protects you from the truth and makes it more friendly.
Good lord.
Friendly. And if you made it yellow, then they're
Uh-huh.
full minion. Yeah.
Saying if we made these hills
Lello.
of faces that make faces out of yellow fur, they would just be minions. All right, we're gonna go raid Oak, everybody.
Let's raid
Yo,
Oak. Let's
yo,
raid
thank you for
Oak.
being here. Thank you for being here.
You
I
guys
like
are
how this art turned out. This looks good.
I do too.
I had no idea what I was doing. I had an idea for the line art, and the entire time I was thinking, I don't know what I'm going to do when I want to render this. And we got there eventually.
I think you nailed it.
Thank
I
you.
like the way you made the hand look a lot.
Why is this not working?
Yes. Right, Rafe? Like, look at him aura farming. Oh, no big deal. I'm just out here being this hot all the time. Oh, I love that little highlight there. No, I loved it.
So
Oh,
this isn't a
oh
highlight.
my
I just accidentally
soul.
copied the wrong layer. But like, I don't. Why can't I? Why can't? Why? Oh, I know what happened. I know what happened. There we go.
You pressed on the Drawk show.
No, what happened was I accidentally copied the line art off of this and then pasted it, and you couldn't see because the file was too big onto the other one, and yeah, led to a whole mess.
What are we reading to next?
You know what? These are great questions. We are
Someone said
reading to the end of this arc.
It's Rafe. No, you gotta be more specific. Oh, thank God Taylor Swift ended. The record ended. So
Who
the cat can put on a record.
is Stazzy Boy here? Stazzy gave Lav the next end of conviction. But which chapter is that?
It would make them sexier.
Yeah. Yeah. We're reading to the end of the
Yeah,
arc.
you've
That's
done
what
well.
I know. Hey guys, finish the arc next time.
Good God. You know what,
I'm gonna raid.
squishies? I hope you have a splentabulous day. I hope it is a mixture of splendid and charming and fabulous. That's what I hope. I hope you have a
Everybody?
splentabulous day.
Everybody. Everybody, this is important. It's important. Have a spentabulous day.
Thank you. Until next time.
I've been painkiller.
I've been pain free. Squish
Wait.
on squishies.
Yeah, that's why I usually do the lead and I realize. It's been lovely talking to you. Bye.
Squeeze.
Oh, hey, VOD viewers, you're beautiful.